Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's the message that the Lord God has given unto me to give unto you. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. But I'm gonna tell you Zechariah chapter 4, verse 4 through 6. But the prophecy is over there that the Lord God tells the rebel, here's the rebel, I'm gonna use you as a signal. Now the signal has gone forth. Malachi chapter 3, verse 1, go out, send my messenger. And he should prepare the way before me. The Lord whom you seek shall suddenly come to his holy temple. Even the messenger of the covenant whom you delight in, behold, he should come. Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. Oh, I should send Elijah to you before a great and dreadful day of the Lord. You shall turn the horse and chill back and forth. For the horse back and chill, these are coming straight to very quickly. All of the boys, the apocalypse has begun. Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. We gotta go to whereon, man. Gotta go back to Father Moses. If you don't go back to Father Moses, now to know who you are, what type of power you have, things that the Most High has given unto you, just not gonna know. Right, let's get to it. Just have to get to it. There was all manner of torture in the place, including darkness and unilluminated gloom, and there is no light there, but mercury fire, constantly flaming aloft. And there is a fiery river coming forth. And the whole place is everywhere fire, and everywhere there is frost and ice, thirst and shivering, while the bonds are very cruel, and the angels, fearful and merciless, bearing angry weapons, merciless torture. I say, whoa, whoa, how very terrible is this place? And these men say, man, this place where you not is prepared for those who dishonor God and who on earthly practice sin against fornication, murder, who accuse, steal souls of men, who sin and poor, take away their goods and themselves wax rich, giving them for other men's good, who being able to satisfy the empty, made the hungry to die, being able to clothe, strip the naked, and who knew not their creator, and bowed down to soulless or lifeless gods, who cannot see nor hear, vain gods who also built in human images, and bowed down to unclean handiwork. For all this is prepared, this place amongst these for eternal inheritance. May the Lord God bless. Focus on mighty man of valor, devil shelter. Come on, you there now, Jared. Come on, Jared, folks. Let Jared do his post. Jared, folks. No. Adam, as to the fruit of the tree of life, for which thou askest, I will not give it to thee. But when the 5,500 years are fulfilled, then I will give it thee of the fruit of the tree of life, and thou shalt eat and live forever. Thou and Eve, and they, and thy righteous seed. For these 43 days cannot make amends for the hour in which thou didst transgress my commandment. O Adam, I gave them to eat of this fig tree, in which thou hid thyself. Go and eat of it, thou wilt eat. And I will not deny the request, neither I will disappoint thy hope. Therefore, bear it up to thy fulfillment of the covenant that I made with thee. May the Lord God bless. Probably song, mighty man of valor. Jared. All right. You know, because we got, that's Jared. Yeah, That's Adam and Eve. That's the 43 days. We're doing something like that now. I got something I had made. Well, uh, you know, anyway, because time is steadily going, and I'm trying to keep up. Trying to keep up. Everything coming in this time in this season. Everything. Everything coming in this time in the season. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. You see, well, they're folks. You folks. You know, I'm trying to find something. Who's word? God did something. It's also God. It's not in that book. Come on, you do your posts. Everybody do their posts. Do your posts. Do your posts. Do your posts. Do your posts. There y'all do your posts. I know y'all there. Just do the posts. All right. Well, let's tell football. Let me see. Because y'all supposed to be ready now. I'm trying to think of something. Come on, I'll wait for them to post. So the case of holler at me, but I'm in the bed sick. Down like that. All right. Now you can reflower it all. Yeah. All right. You know what Donna just said? She's down. Well, that's all right. Gotta have a sick day. So God can remind us of a good deed. We had a dream to believe. All right. Remind us of a good deed. Now I'm waiting for Eli, Jaziel, and Yehuda. Yehuda's dream is in the book of Revelation. Yehuda's dream and Jaziel are connected. Yehuda got to start trying to read his dream more and be more specific. Yeah. Be more specific in his dream, because his dream And Jasher rings connected. So God gave me that this morning in the book of Revelation. Noah could have said the man was sick for many days. And he asked for to be, that's where it's found at. With my voice, even unto God, let's see. I don't see the beginning of that. Psalm 177. I cried unto God, my voice, even unto God, my voice, and he gave a ear to me. No, because that's just telling you. All right. I got to think of something else, another word. Another word. I don't know what word that would be. I was looking for something. Day of Atonement. You know, I got all your dreams. Jassel dream, down to what she heard in 45 days. Yehuda dream, Eli got Jared dream. And all the anyway. Looking for something. Pacific. Something Pacific. Prophecy about the Day of Atonement. That's what I'm looking for. Because I was wrong about something. I didn't. God gave me the date, but I didn't. I didn't investigate it good enough. I didn't investigate it. I mean, and so now I gotta pay. I know you saw the one with the two horns girded with proclaiming the exile. Yeah, that's well, they not working right. Two horns, exile. You know, it's not working right. Something's going wrong. Something's going terribly wrong, but I can't do nothing about it yet. I can't find it. Come on, this. I was looking for okay. I know you saw the one with the two horns girded with proclaiming in exile. That's doing Isaac. Isaac. Right, but it got more than that one besides Isaac one. I don't know where it's at. Now I have to wait. I'm waiting on Yehuda dream. When he saw no, his dream is he saw it. Book of Revelation. Now Eli dreamed. All the dreams are connected. Right, but Yehuda didn't read it right. He's not posting it. He's leaving out stuff. Yehuda leaving out stuff in his dreams and visions, and it's not coming up right because he's leaving out stuff. Yehuda, he's leaving out stuff. And so God showed him this morning in the book of Revelation because Yehuda dream, his dream, and Jaciel's dream are connected. Because after he dreamed, and if he was posted the right way, then when Jaciel came, then you know that they are connected in the book of Revelation. So you got to start, it's the way he posted it. Eli dreamed, I forgot what Yireh was. The sons of Jacob and Joseph. Thou hast thy already thy people, the sons of Jacob and Joseph. All right. Adonijah on 45 days. Jared is posted 43 days. But Adonijah is right, it's 45 days. Okay. Lord God gave me a date was 8/16. And so I told I didn't know what it meant at first. And God showed it. I go over my last book. You go all you want, it's not gonna change. That's not gonna change. You gotta get it right the first time. No, because it already came to pass. You already came to pass. Those dreams already came to pass. That's the head. You got 8/16. He gave me a day 8/16. So when you go to 8/16 on this calendar, that's next week. That's Tuesday of next week. The 40 days, we're doing the 40 days. It starts Tuesday of next week. It starts August the 16th. And it ends, those who know what I'm talking about, it ends September the 25th. September the 25th. That's when it ends. That's when it ends. The details I left out. Yeah, you left out some details. I don't know why, but nah, bro. Once you leave them out, when you leave out details, somebody else dream. It's not about you, it's about all Israel. When God gives you something not, when God gives you a personal dream, you know what part is personal day, He gives you something that you know. Well, if you see a ball falling from the sky and it's a meteor, is that for one person or is it for all people? It's for all. So when you leave out things like that, you know, like when you saw the bear in the water, in the bathtub. So what do you put in the bathtub? You put cold water in the bathtub or you put hot water in the bathtub? A question: do you put cold water in the bathtub or do you put hot water? And the bear is in hot water. So now I'm just telling you, So when you're trying to read the dream, just like God gonna reveal it to me. If I don't read it right there correctly, God gonna give it to me later on. Yeah. No. All of them details, you just can't read it. All of the details, whatever you leave out, everything counts. Try to remember everything in the dream, because there's a reason to put it for everything in the sun. And God wastes nothing. So try to describe everything in dream, and when you read the dream, you gotta get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So if a bear in a bathtub full of water, it's hot water. All right. Anyway, so those who doing this start, you gotta start Tuesday. Tuesday, August the 16th. That was the Lord God gave you. August 16th, 40 days start August the 16th. Start August the 16th. 40 days start, they know what I'm talking to. They start August the 16th. So let's go there. Let me just go there. I'll show it to you. No, I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna prove it to you. Your dream and Jaziel's dream, not the one Jaziel had yesterday. The dream when Jaziel had the monkeypox dream. The monkeypox. Yeah, star fell. I don't know. Maybe see a star fell. Revelation. No, is that the one? Let's see, that's the one. That's one. No, that's not the one. It's not one. That's not one. It's not the one. 6 months. See, 6 months ago. Gave it to me. No, that his dream also. Yeah. It's not there. Let me see. No, I'll say wish for that. No, that's not it. Let's see, Revelation 16. I heard a great voice out of the temple saying, "Seven angels, go that way and pour out the vial." First, when he poured out his vial on earth, and fell enormous and grievous souls upon the men and had the mark of the beast, and upon them that worship his image. Oh, but that's the first vial. Let's see if I can go. No, it's not in 15. He gave it to me. Got another one too. Anyway, oh, gotta be go to the waters and all that and start it. The waters and all that and start it. Yeah, the fire and start it. All that and start it. That kind of thing. It's in 9 also. I'm waiting on Eli and Jaziel. And the fifth angel sounded and saw a star fall from heaven unto earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. Because that's what you saw. You saw a star falling from heaven. Right, and then on the same day, there was 2 keys given out. And then Jaziel told you that the color was, some of them saw the smoke arose. The color was blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. No, that's why you gotta try to get close to your dreams as you possibly can. Yeah. Was given 2 keys, so the keys was given out. You know, because that's what you do when you have the dream of vision. You try to get closer to it, and if you had the keys, you can type in the keys, but he's divided the dream. The dream was for you, Jaziel, and who got the key? Somebody got a key that day also. Got 2 keys that day also. All right. And open the bottom of the pit, roll smoke out the bottom of the pit, the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air was darkened by the reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, until it was given power as the scorpion of the earth they had power. And command them that they should not hurt the grass nor earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men who would not have the seal of God in their forehead. And to whom it was given that they should be not kill them, but they should be tormented 5 months. And the torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. In those days should men seek death and should not find it, and should desire to die, but death should flee from them. So that's where you're going at now. You got the 5 months already started. No, because when I went also down, let's go down to the part. Because already had been started. Already had been started. Because if you read it, saying the 6th angel which had the trumpet loosed the 4 angels which abound in the great river Euphrates. You know it? Right, so they're getting ready for the war. But Euphrates is drying up. It's drying up. Euphrates is drying up. So let's go there. Euphrates is drying up. So let's see what the prophecy of Euphrates is. What the prophecy of Euphrates. That was the prophet. So I went here and prayed. No good. The freight is dry. Let's see if we're gonna have dry. Dry. Canes. Let's see if we're gonna have gold. And the 6th angel pulled out his bow upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of east might be prepared. So that's the signal. Is it not being prepared? I'm trying to tell you, get as close as you can, because I told you Donald Trump was a bear also. And Donald Trump is in hot water now. Yeah, because God be showing y'all things, and if you don't if you try to get closer to reading vision as possible, you can't. I tell you that all the time. All right, no, it got people that got the breastplate. All right. Anyway, because they also showed me this. And the 4th angel sound, the 3rd part of the sun was smitten, the 3rd part of the moon, the 3rd part of the stars, the 3rd part of, and then was dark and shone the moon. No, because the sun became hot. No, the sun started drying and the sun became hot. And when he opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about space of half an hour. I saw 7 angels were stood before God, who were given 7 trumpets. So I saw the trumpets. Another angel came and stood off to heaven, a golden censer. There was given unto him much incense that he should offer with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before God out of the angel's hand. But that's what we're doing now. All right. All right. Now that's what we're saying. That's more important. But we got other stars that coming from heaven also. And those stars every star signifies something. Uh, uh, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth. And stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casts out untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed, scroll rolled together, and every mountain island. I saw that also. Right, but I'm just trying to show him what he saw. Every time you see a star falling for heaven, you dream a vision. That's another plague coming down, as I told y'all before. Because I did not read about, because I told you I had a penny. There was a 1920S. And I told you during the 20s, that's when the Great Depression had started. I heard a voice in the midst of their 4B say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And so that thou heard not the oil and the wine. So all that is started. Yeah. That's why he give it to y'all. Why you give it? Well, there's a lot of it in there. But you have to the dream and vision go together. And no, waiting on Yehuda, if not Yehuda, Eli and Jaciel, if they come. who came. Now I'm looking for, waiting for him to come. Final redemption of the set from a ram from home. All right, that's where it's at. The final redemption. So I got to put that in there. Yeah. Notice the final redemption. Yep. That's it, Jassy, a final redemption. So let me see if I can put that in there. No, that's going to be, you should go with the whirlwind. Right, but that's, I know you're just going to find in that notebook. All right. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And Lord, no, it said, there it is, New Year's. Remember what New Year's is. Uh-uh. I got it. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for Eli and Jassiel. Yehuda's already there. No, because Donager is already there. Her 45-day prophecy. She the one said it was 45 days, which is the truth. Right. Then Jassiel posted what he posted also. And Eli posted what's gonna come to pass with him. And it's a part of it also. Right, but it started off with this Yehuda. When Yehuda put no, because he put down when he know a lot of people had that dream. And it was sweet in his mouth, and then in his belly it became sour. All right, bitter. All right. All right, let's go. Now wait, now wait. All right, no, it's coming when you feel like coming. So let's go. We're going to, because we've been looking for this all the morning, and I'm gonna have to. This is Isaac, and I think it's Isaac. Let me see. Isaac, the Katie. All right. No, he put it already down. The Katie, that's Isaac. When Isaac went, Father Abraham brought Father Isaac up there to be sacrificed. And then there got the prophecy that we're doing now. He already showed it to me. I'm trying to wait. I'm trying to wait till others come. I mean, this is for more than us, man. It's for everybody. The dream that y'all been having is a dream for everybody, and the dreams have come to pass. But no, I don't know what you're doing, Yehuda. I don't. I can't leave your life for you. You have the one that have to live your life, do everything the Most High do, and if you got Christianity and mixing, you can't do that. You have to be 100% for the Lord, and all the other stuff you got to get rid of. You got to get rid of it, bro. Because if you don't get rid of it, it will get rid of you. Doubtful. That's found in the similitudes, the shepherd of Hermas. No, because when you do it the right way, you will hear an audible voice. Because we get evaluation, and then when you get that evaluation, come and tell you. Yeah, you get evaluation, and they'll come and tell you that no, it comes and tell you that what your gifts are, and you get more gifts. See, you come with months you had few months ago. That does not work like that. Anyway, this dream a few months ago, the earth was tilting, and at the same time there was an earthquake. See, well, type in no the foundation of the earth. Type in foundation. Right? Type in foundation. Type in earthquake, and there you see that earthquake. No, bro, because you giving stuff at the end when the stuff be too late. Because it be come to pay. They already had an earthquake. All right, anyway. No, it's all right. That's all right. God tries you. Like I told you, yeah, well, let me tell you. Just like I told you, everybody was able to do the 40-day prayer and got through it. You was the only one that didn't do it. So that's something. No, I can't live your life. I can't tell you what you're doing, but all I can do is tell you that's something you need to reevaluate what you're doing, and ask God why you didn't make it through the other 40-day prayer. Just ask me. Sure, to tell you why. Because this is what it's about. Now you're about to do another 40 days. All right. Latter days evil. You see? His last word was, if the wicked heart will not hearken to my words and cause thee to forsake the evil ways and serve the eternal God, then wilt thou die in shame in the latter days, and thy people, and all that are connected with thee, will hear thy words and walk in thy evil ways. That was Father Abraham. Inoculus or Incanolix Elcanolus. That would say Inquisition, but it really was Inquisition. And when you try to burn Father Abraham, I got it. The covenant pieces. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing now, the covenant pieces. Yeah, we're doing that right now, the covenant pieces. Let's see what's in here. So after the war, God revealed himself to Abraham and soothed the conscience and spilled the innocent blood for which it was scruple that gave him much anguish of spirit. God assured him at the same time he was caused pious men to rise among his descendants, who was like unto himself, would be a shield unto their generation as their distinction as we are now. How many of y'all got shields? I got one. Got more than one. God gave him leave to ask what he would have, a rare grace according to number, size, except Jacob, Solomon, Ahazah, and the Messiah. Abraham spoke and said, O Lord of the world, if in time to come my descendants shall provoke thy wrath, it were better that I remain childless, not for the sake of whom I sojourned from Damascus, where God was my protection, will be well pleased to be my heir. Moreover, I have read in the stars, Abraham, thou wilt beget no children. Therefore, God raised Abraham above the vault of the sky. So you went above the vault of the sky and said, thou art a prophet and not a astrologer. So he took it way up there and told him, showed him the stars of heaven and said, thou art a prophet, not an astrologer. So we are prophets. And now Abraham, the man, no sign that he would be blessed with offspring without another word. He believed in the Lord and was rewarded for a simple faith by a share in this word and a share the word to come as well. And besides, the redemption of Israel from exile would take place as a recompense for his foreign trust, our redemption. Right. But before that, he believed the promise he made him with a full abiding faith. Yet he desired to know. There you go, right there, Belteshazzar. This is what he said. Therefore, he bid him to bring no. He said, yet he desired to know by what merit their descendants will maintain themselves. Question God. Yeah, by what merit? That's the covenant piece. And therefore, God bid him to bring him a sacrifice. And so he brought the sacrifice after the question was asked. All right. No, that's where we're at now. That's where we're at the sacrifice. Because we're going right now, we're going to atonement and tabernacle. We're going to atonement and tabernacle. No. He told me why I was going. I'm not going to all that. Y'all go read it. The covenant pieces in the legend of the Jews. The covenant pieces. That's when they're coming on the Day of Atonement. Now I ain't telling y'all, yeah, waiting on either one, Eli or Jassiel, the one who had the vision and dream yesterday. Anyway, you got it all right. Okay. No. No, let's see. Gotta see. Let's see. Because we had it right. Belteshazzar. We had it right. Gotta see. Because I'm not going like I would like it to do. All right. After sacrifice on Mount Moriah. Creation and external purpose. There it is right here. Actually, Paul brought out the altar upon the foundation of the inner altar was upon expiatory, expedient, expiatory sacrifice was brought once a year on the Day of Atonement. That is right there, brought once a year on the Day of Atonement. So you tell you what we can go, that's where we're going now. We are 40 days before the Day of Atonement. That's where we're at. 40 days before the Day of Atonement. That's where we're at. 40 days before the Day of Atonement. It said, these ashes, say the creation of this ram had been extraordinary, also was used in which all part of the carcass were to be were put. Not one thing was wasted. Not just finished telling Yehuda, God wastes nothing. He wastes nothing. That's why I just finished telling him. God wastes nothing. So when you're looking at when you dream, everything you dream means something, whether you know it or not. It's not just sitting there, or it's not just there. Whether you know what it means or not, God wastes nothing. Which all parts of carcass was put, not one thing went to waste. The ashes of ashes Paul burned upon altar upon the foundation. The foundation, said the ashes burn upon all the foundation of the inner altar. Whereupon expiatory, sacrifice, expiatory sacrifice was bought once a year. So the sacrifice was bought once a year on a Day of Atonement. Now that's the key. The sacrifice was bought once a year on a Day of Atonement, as we're doing it now. As we're doing it now. The day on which the offering of Isaac took place, of the sinew of the ram, David made 10 strings of the harp upon he played. No, Jaziel, he always posts. He like to post Psalm 144. That Jaziel, that must be a song. That must be a song because Jaziel like to do 144. Like, no, they ain't got to listen to me. They ain't going to change what's going to happen. As God had already showed. It's going to happen. He wouldn't have showed it. He wouldn't remind me of it. Let them do as they please, man. I'm not worried about that. All right. The skin served as Elijah girdle. It's Elijah girdle. And it's 2 arms. Now this is very important. Of the 2 horns, the one was blown on the end of the revelation on Mount Sinai, and other will be used to proclaim the end of the exile. No, because we read that. You go to this book right here, the poplars of Father Abraham. It's the same thing. That's where we read that. The Akeda, that's Father Abraham. And it tells you when that horn gonna be blown. No, it tell you horn gonna be blown. Let me see. The horn is a trumpet. All right. The trumpet sounds. Let me see. Let's see. No. I'm gonna see. Because it tell you gonna sound a trumpet. That's what it said. And then I will sound the trumpet out of the air and will send my elect one, having in him all power in one measure. All power. And it's not Jesus. It's not Jesus. And this one shall summon my despised people from the nations. And I will burn with fire those who have exalted them. So that, no, because the elect one. Anyway. Now I'm going to prove it to you. That is not Jesus. So let's go. I'm coming back to the Cain regard to the book of Revelation. Right. And we're going to, I'm going to show you that that is not Jesus. It's not him. That is not Jesus. Jesus has all power in heaven and earth. That's the Lamb. I'm trying to tell you that's the Lamb. Hide us. Hide our face. No. Sit on the throne. Let's see. On the throne. And Lamb. See the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 5, verse, this is another part. I'm going to Revelation chapter 5, verse 13. And every creature was in the heaven and on the earth and under the earth, such as are in the sea, and all that are in them heard I'm saying, blessing and honor, glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb forever and ever. What? Be unto him. See, every creature was in heaven and on the earth, under the earth, such as are in the sea, all that are in them, heard I say, blessings, honor, and glory, and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb forever and ever. Oh, that's why I told you, Jesus had. All right, so is not Jesus sitting on the throne? It's not Jesus sitting on the throne. Come on, bro. Jesus sitting on the throne. Anyway, so yeah, so that's Revelation. So that is not to say I just finished reading it to you. And this book has one measure of Jesus have all power in heaven and earth. So that's just telling you. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's continue on. So we're looking for that. See, now remember, once a year on the Day of Atonement. So Day of Atonement is coming up. The day on which the offering of Elijah, the day on which the offering of Isaac took place. Day of Atonement. All right, so he told you the horn, two horns. One will be blown at the end of the revelation of Mount Sinai. The other will be used to proclaim the end of the exile. So we are in the exile, the end of the exile. When the great horn shall be blown, so they're going to blow the horn at the end of our exile. And they shall come which were ready to perish in the land of Assyria, and they which are outcasts of the land of Egypt. They were the outcasts in the land of Egypt. Now, let's stop. Because, no, you can go pull that is in the book of, it's in St. John. It's not the same people, because when they approach Jesus, we say we the seed of Abraham. Somebody can pull that. We the seed of Abraham. We've never been in bondage. That's what they told Jesus. We be the Jews told them that we be the seed of Abraham, the Jewish people. We be the seed of Abraham. We have never been in bondage. But this one says different. Yeah, you got to be in bondage in order to get the exile. Right. All right. And they that was an outcast in the land of Egypt. So we was outcast, and we still outcast. We still in Egypt. All right. And they shall worship the Lord in the holy mountain of Jerusalem. So that's where we're going at. All right. Mm-hmm. This not the Jews. This for us. All this in outer space and other barriers. Audible voice, he said to me, those people are going to die. Say no more, and I say no more. Right. Those people they gotta be tried. Come on, brother. It's in this book right here. The Papas of Father Abraham, it's in that book. They gotta be tried. They gotta be tried. It's in the Populars of Elijah also. You gotta be tried. Yeah, they gotta be tried. They gotta be tried. They gotta be tested. Let me see. No, they gotta be tested. Yeah. No, he told you. He told you that. That's what he said. And the answer said, here, the man who thou saw and beaten again worship, that is the relief granted by the heathen to the people who proceeded from thee in the last days. See, they're going to be beaten and tried. In the 12th hour of the age of ungodliness, but in the 12th year of the final age, the 12th hour of the age of ungodliness, the 12th year of the final age, as we are in now. I will set up this man from the generation whom thou sawest issue from my people, and one all will follow, such are called by my name with journey, even those who change is their counsel. So that's the heathen. And those who thou saw emerge from the left side of the picture, meaning is there should be many from the heathen who set hopes upon him, who sets hope upon him. Because he already showed you that that's the relief. They're being tested. Let me get a little closer to it then. You can understand that one. There should be many from the heathen who set their hopes upon him. And as for those who thou saw from the scene on the right side, some insult and striking, other worship him, many of them shall be offended at him. He, however, is testing, page 79. He, however, is testing those who have worshipped him of thy seed. Testing him, them who worship him of thy seed, the Christians, and other people that worship him of thy seed. And that the 12th hour of the end, with a view of shortening the age of ungodliness. You are in the age of ungodliness. They got the Christian out there say they love the law of God and all that come out their mouth. Them people got to be tried. Yeah, they got to be tried. Before the age of righteousness begin to grow, my judgment shall come upon the lawless heathen through the people of thy seed, that's us, who have been separated from me, that's us. And those there are bring upon all creatures of earth 10 plagues. So the plagues and all that started because we are here. We ain't doing the plagues. All right, let's continue on. If you don't think that's you, then go read the book of Revelation. The two witnesses. Let's go. Let's see, they are the outcasts in the land of Egypt. That's where you are. Outcasts in the land of Egypt. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 6 to 8. Find out if you're the outcasts of Egypt. Yeah. And the Lord, and after them, what nation would be questioned? And I heard the voice saying to me, here, righteous John, would be questioned the Adam race, those nations, both the Greek and those who have, put the rest of it there. Yeah. They're going to be questioned. That's the tell. Let me stop right there. Because Yehuda, you didn't put all that out. You didn't say that you saw the children of the earth. You did not say that. All right. You got to put down everything. Try to put down much you can in the dream, but you don't come back later and try to put whatever you remember right there in it. You can't come back days later, then it's going to be fulfilled or somebody else. Anyway. No, bro, you got to get better, bro. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. That's your relationship with you and the Most High, though. He that have the dream, never speaketh. No, he that have the dream, never tell the dream. All right, let's continue on. You say, Lord, will be the first question to receive judgment. And I heard a voice say to me, the unclean spirit along with the adversary. I bid them to go into outer darkness with the depths. With the depths, Lord. And after them, what nation would be questioned? And I heard a voice saying, here, righteous John, there would be question of Adam race, those nations, both the Greek and those who have defiled the faith by heresy. And remember, got to go back to the legend of Jude. He told you, saying, they will take our testimony, our Torah, our laws, our testimony, transcribe it into Greek and claim to be their own. That's why he tells you the Greek. Okay. Anyway, and those who have defiled the faith with heresy, and who have not, no. And the Greek and those who have defiled the faith by heresy and who have not believed in the holy resurrection. These people do not believe, they believe in, they took the resurrection away from you. Because I heard who that was this morning talking about Ezekiel 38. They had to be judged alive. Yeah, talking about Ezekiel 38. No, Les Frederick was talking about Ezekiel 38 this morning. No, they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. Somebody else was talking about Ezekiel 38. And they don't believe them. They believe in the flyaway doctrine, the rapture doctrine. That's found in Ezekiel chapter 13. That's the doctrine they believe in. They tell you that all the time. All right. Have not believed in the holy resurrection, who have not confessed the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. They haven't now, man. People don't confess all that. They're waiting for their Messiah. They say their Messiah haven't come. That's not their God. They're waiting on their God. They're waiting on the Messiah. Talk to one of them. And Lord, after them, who will be thou judge? I heard a voice saying to me, hear righteous John, the race of the Hebrews shall be examined, who nailed me to the tree like a malefactor. And I said, and what punishment would these get? And what place? Seeing that they did such things to thee. And I heard a voice saying to me, they should go away to Tartarus. As the prophet David, they cry out, there was none to save the Lord, and he did not hearken to them. And again, the Apostle Paul said, as many have sinned without the law, should perish without the law. They sin without law. They say the law in the commands, in 248 and 365 was done away with at the cross, which is a lie. And as many have sinned in the law, shall be judged by the means of the law. And again, I say, Lord, what if those who have received baptism? And I heard a voice saying to me, then the race of the Christians shall be examined. We have received baptism, and then the righteous shall come at my command. All right. No, that's in the similitudes. Well, Shem of harvest, similitudes. It's in there. It was more than in the similitudes. So, gotta be examined. Anyway, let's continue on. No, because I told you this Day of Atonement is very special. I haven't got to it yet. I was waiting for somebody. All right. And they are the outcasts of the land of Egypt. They shall worship the Lord in holy mountain at Jerusalem. And when God commanded the father to desist from the sacrifice of Isaac, Abraham said, one man tempts another because he knoweth not what is in the heart of his neighbor. But thou surely didst know that I was ready to sacrifice my son. So that's what he told you when it's going to come. On the Day of Atonement. On the Day of Atonement. See, one would be blown at the end of Revelation on Mount Sinai. It's telling you when. Now they got one more closer than this one. They're going to be done on the Day of Atonement. Yeah, it's going to be done on the Day of Atonement, the first day on the New Year's. Or maybe I should type in New Year's. But that's when it's going to be done. Let me see. No, the Medes rescue Greeks, there was served wrong. Yet the end they were redeemed in a final redemption at the sound of the ram's horn. That's in, a final redemption at the sound of the ram's horn. The Lord God shall blow the trumpet and go in the whirlwind to the south. Let me see what this is. Now I gotta see what book it is. What Thou hast said what has to say. I will now say what I have to say. The children will sin before me in the time to come. Now I will set judgment upon them on a New Year's Day. You got it that time? Did you get it that time? If you haven't gotten it yet, I'll tell you again. All right. Come on. That's not a weird question. No, because you probably haven't gotten to that part yet. Jared, they're gonna tell you what atonement is found in Book of Jubilees. Found in the Book of Jubilees. Found a lot of books, but Jubilee is one of them. That's when Israel. No, it's found in a lot of books. It's found in a lot of books. Found in Deuteronomy, found in Leviticus. Yeah, Genesis. Found in a lot of books. Day of Atonement. I'm gonna tell them. Now, I don't remember when I said I was in the country like Mexico, sitting at a picnic bench. That is for sure, watching cats play. And remember, somebody else had a cat dream because they had a cat, a black and gray cat dream, and they had the gold cat dream. Right. All right. Picnic banks would mean something is going to happen for sure. Watching cats play, looking at a blue house and its walls was falling over, and I felt the earth tilt. See, every time you come there, you add some more and more to the dream. It doesn't go like that. Whatever you have in the dream that time, you go at that time. So the dream could be interpreted as close as possible we can get. But every time you look around, you bring add this. Oh, I didn't say this part. Oh, I didn't say that part. Man, come on. What you trying to do? Trip us up? God gonna give the dream to somebody else, and we gonna know it anyway. And all you're gonna be finding yourself, you gotta walk out on faith, bro. Walk out on faith. That's why I told him, said, don't let them come to me. Go to Asa or Belteshazzar. Why? Because, man, because they already know they have the spirit of God in them, man. They know when something's not right. And they ain't gonna let you talk to you. But they know something's not right. And that's what you're doing, man. I don't know what it is. That's you and your relationship with God, but it doesn't go like that. All right. Sitting at a picnic bench watching cats play, looking at a blue house and its walls was falling over. And it felt the earth tilt, see? Well, anyway. The prophet David foretold the expectation of foes should not perish ever. Now about the kings, they should be driven like slaves and should weep like infants. And about the patriarchs, the priests, the Levites, of those that have sinned, they should be separated in their punishment, according to the nature of the peculiar transgression, each some in the river of fire, some to the worm that died not, and others to the seven-mouth pit of punishment. Second Revelation, John. Come on, bro. You can't dispose the earth's children. If you report sitting at a picnic bench, we know that is for sure. Now I want to say that is for sure because that's found in the Shepherd of Hermas. All right, the cat's play. The cat's play, well, we went over the cats, but I got to get more deep into the cats. Looking at a blue house. Well, it's not the world blue. The sky appear to be blue. Israel blue. Blue sapphire. All right. No, I said that yesterday. The only one more thing have to happen: the destruction of America. Okay. Anyway, let's continue on. No, you can't keep doing that, bro. You gotta try to focus. Because the earth tilted as an angle, that's the foundation of earth is out of course. That's found in the book of Psalms. And you people be waiting on those type of revelations. Anyway, let's go back to where I was at. So furthermore, the Lord revealed to Abraham that the temple to be erected by the eyes of all would be destroyed. Oh, I forgot. I'm going way back. Fall upon evil times. Say when the children of Isaac commit trespass because of them, fall upon evil times. Be mindful of the offering of their father Isaac and forgive their sins and deliver them for their suffering. God, thou hast said what thou hast to say, and I will now say what I have to say. Thy children will sin before me in the time to come, and I will set judgment upon them on New Year's Day. New Year's Day is the Day of Atonement. Go read it. Because when Father Noah came out the ark, that's found in the book of Jubilee. When Father Noah came out the ark, he made a sacrifice unto God. But they didn't have no food. They didn't have no the sacrifice they had been making. They didn't have that. So he made a sacrifice unto God with the animals. They call the Noachian, the Noachian covenant, the Noah covenant, Noachian covenant. Right, no flesh, no blood. They break that all the time. Anyway, so that's what it said is going to happen. It said the children will sin before me in the time to come, and I will set judgment upon them on New Year's Day. So that's coming. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I will tell you. And if they desire that I should grant them for it, they shall blow the ram's horn on that day, and I'll be mindful of the ram that was substituted for Isaac as a sacrifice, and I'll forgive their sins. But it's not going to happen this time. It's not going to happen this time. Watch, because Israel has repented. True Israel has repented. Now remember, those say they're Jews, but not. Those the ones that blowing the horn. Furthermore, the Feast of Trumpets is September the 25th. But like I said, he gave me a date, 8/16. I didn't know what 8/16 meant until today. Because I was talking about the 40 days, and the 45 days what Adonijah, what Jaziel saw, 225. Then Adonijah came and told you what the 225 has meant. It was exactly like she said. And so God showed me all his dreams and what they had meant this morning. From last night to this morning. What everything had meant, all the dreams are connected. Right. So and all that, and it showed me that. So I didn't know what it meant. So I went there and Googled. I looked at the calendar, and on the calendar it tells us the day before Rosh Hashanah. So I go, that's Rosh Hashanah, huh? It says the day before. So I Googled Rosh Hashanah. So I Googled Rosh Hashanah. The new moon is a Feast of Trumpet. The new moon is a Feast of Trumpet, as you said, that's New Year's Day. And that's the New Year's Day when we came out of the ark. That's the New Year's Day. That's what the day is representing, when we came out of the ark. And then when you go to New Year's Day on Passover, that's when we came out of slavery. So that's why you have 2 New Year's Days. That's why you celebrate both of those days. Anyway, so when I go on the 25th of September, so I count back 40 days backwards, and it came to August the 16th, 8/16, just like he had given them to me, which I didn't know. Because if he gives it to you, you got to seek it out. And I sought it out, and that's when the 40 days start. Next week, those who know what they got to do. Next week on the 16th. So a lot of y'all just going to be saying the prayer, which is good, but you got to say the prayer for 40 days. No, y'all don't say the prayer for 40. Y'all could, but that's up to y'all. I don't think you're going to hear the same blessing. But anyway, so the ram's home. So that's it. No, furthermore, the Lord revealed unto Abraham that the temple to be erected on the spot of Isaac's offering will be destroyed, that the same ram substitute for Isaac. That might be also in Jacob. Yeah, because remember, Jacob fell asleep on that spot. He did. When the temple was going to be built. Extricated himself from one tree, but it caught in another. So the children would pass from kingdom to kingdom. That's what that means. We not passing, because we're in the last kingdom right now. The last slaver of iron, slaver of Greek. Delivered from the Babylonians, they will be subjugated to the Medes. Rescued from the Medes, they will be enslaved by Greece. This is the last slavery. Greece escaped from Greece, they were served Rome. They were served Rome. Yet in the end, they will be redeemed at the final redemption, at the sound of the ram's horn. When the ram's horn goes on a Feast of Trumpets, which is coming up. And when the Lord shall blow the trumpet, and it shall go forth the whirlwind of the south, the place on which Abraham erected the altar whereupon Adam had brought the first sacrifice. I told you, because that's why I tell you now. No, because every time I open my mouth, I become a liar. Yes, I do. Because I'll tell somebody today about the 40 days, and I say, well, maybe the 40 days started what Abraham did. And I said, no, you're gonna always go back. So I thought about what Yireh in the 39 days, the 40 days with Yireh had said. I said, always go back to Adam. Everything go back to Father Adam. Everything go back to the first book of Adam. Go find it out. I done told you that before. And so now when I say something, I have to think about what Father Adam had went through first before I tell you about somebody else going through it. Anyway, so that's what it tells you. See, yet the end will not, in the end they will be redeemed at the final redemption at the sound of ram horn. And the Lord shall blow the trumpet and shall go with a whirlwind from the south. All right. No. Started with Adam. Yeah. Escape the wrong. At the end, it will be redeemed at the final redemption. The sound of ram horn. The Lord blew the trumpet. Go with a whirlwind. All right. The place on which Abraham had erected the altar was the same whereupon Adam had brought the first sacrifice. Cain and Abel offered their gifts to God. And the same whereupon Noah raised the altar to God. Remember that? That's the Day of Atonement. Raised the altar to God after he left the ark. See? And Abraham, who knew that it was the place appointed for the temple, called Yireh. Call it Yireh, Y-R-E-H. For it would be the abiding place of the fear in the service of God. But as Shem had given the name Shalem, place of peace, and God would not give offense to either Abraham or Shem. He united the two names and called the city by the name Jerusalem. After the sacrifice on Mount Moriah, Abraham returned to Bathsheba. The scene of many of his joy, Isaac was carried to paradise by the angel and sojourned 3 years. Thus Abraham returned to home alone. Sarah Behel exclaimed, Satan spoke truth when he said, Isaac was sacrificed, so grieved for her soul that she fled her body. All right. Now they got two different versions of it. But okay, well, got to be also in, I can tell them, say, look for that also in, no, all you got to do, go look for the spot of the temple, Belteshazzar, in Isaac. Yeah, God could not let them pass the spot where the temple would be erected. And see what it says. Isaac. Anyway. Just like I posted about the Green of Los Angeles with those brass Chinese lantern type flying objects. Man, come on, bro. All right, I'm not. Just maybe I didn't get it. I'll just leave it like that. Flying objects in the sky, and the NASA sound and soul that told me we are here to process you for your death. Let's go. Now, no. Anyway. Let's go. The Lord spake to Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 7th month, the first day of the month, shall be, you shall have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing the trumpet. Now, the 7th month, because you start from the 7th month, that starts in March. The New Year's does not start in January. Our New Year starts in springtime. Our New Year starts on Passover. That's our New Year. The Passover. That's our New Year. So you go 7 months from there. So whatever that 7 months, you go from there. There's 7 new moons from that date. 7 new moons. And the first day of the month, so you have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing trumpets. So that's the month we come in now. Only a holy convocation. You should not do severe work. That means no work of housekeeping or nothing like that for somebody else. work there, but you shall, we done it last year, but you shall offer made by fire unto the Lord. Remember we had to do the, a lot of y'all remember that. So, no, but I remember down there. I told Down to go get a piece of steak, and just cut a roast and just slice it up and have one for each steak. That's what I did. Yeah. Try to get your shoulder roast. Anyway, that's what I did. You cut it up, put it on that grill. Talking about something good. All right, anyway. So he told him that. Also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there should be a day of atonement. It should be a holy convocation unto you and should afflict your souls. Right, so that's 10 days after the new moon. That's 2 different times. Because one is for the Noah, and the second one I think is for Abraham, Isaac. But it's still the Day of Atonement, Feast of Tabernacles. One is Moses. All right, let's continue on. That's Moses right there. Also, the 10th day of this 7th month, there should be a day of atonement. It should be a holy convocation unto you. You shall afflict your souls and offer offering made by fire unto the Lord. And you should do no work in the same day. It should be a day of atonement to make atonement for you before the Lord your God. Whatsoever soul is that be not be afflicted in the same day should be cut off from among the people. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will be destroyed from among his people. You should do no manner of work. You should be a statute forever throughout the generation, all your dwellings. And there should be unto you a Sabbath of rest. You shall afflict your soul in the 9th day of the month, at the evening. From the evening until the evening, you shall celebrate your Sabbath. So all that's there. Let's go read it, man. Get back to God. God will show it to you. So you're going to show it to me and not show it to you? Let's go. So now y'all know. All right. Now I was waiting on them, but don't seem like they are coming. Don't seem like they probably come 3:30 or something. Remember, it starts sundown. No, it starts sundown on the 15th. The 16th starts the sundown on the 15th. Yeah, that's when it starts. All right. Leviticus, he's reading the Leviticus one. Yeah, we're going to say the same thing. Afflict your soul on the 9th day of the month, evening, and celebrate. The 15th day of this 7th month should be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day should be a holy convocation. You should do no severe work therein. In the 7 days you shall offer made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day you should be a holy one. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. All right, now I gotta do this. So August, that's next week, Monday, sunset on Monday. Sunset on Monday. Start the 40 days. Sunset, start 40 days. And 40 days run all the way until the Sabbath. The Sabbath. Sunset on the 24th of September. That's when the Feast of Trumpets starts. You can do it both days. You can do it from the 24th to the 25th, from the 25th evening time to the 26th evening. You can do it either way. Because I celebrate my new moon starts at sunset on the 24th and it runs to the sunset on the 25th. I see how they got it. No, we can't. Yeah, that's right. No, we can't do it that way. No, you can't do it that way. You have to know it. The Feast of Trumpets does not start on the sunset. Sunset of 24th to sunset of 25th. That is the new moon celebration. The sunset on the 25th to sunset on the 26th. That is Rosh Hashanah, the Feast of Trumpets. That's when it starts. No, you have to do it that way. There's 3 different holidays. You celebrate you celebrate the Sabbath day. From sundown Friday, sundown Saturday, you celebrating the covenant day. All right, from sundown Sabbath to the sundown first day, that is the new moon. And from the sundown on the new moon to the 26th, that is the Feast of Trumpets, Rosh Hashanah. So if you haven't got it, post that you didn't get it. And then I'll explain it to you again. All right. No, Yehuda got to do something. Now, no, bro. That's between you and God. All right. Because you can't give peace this day, that peace that day. You can't do it like that. This doesn't work like that. Come on. Let's get to the lesson. I'm hoping that Eli would come. Eli or Jaciel, because I know they bring the vision in, especially Eli. Because Eli had gone back to Seventh-day Adventists. Right, God got a message for. I got a message for y'all. Yes, I do. Where do we stop at? And when they began to repent of their sins, they called to mind their works which they have done amiss, and gave honor to God, saying that he is a just judge, and they have deservedly suffered all the things according to their deeds. And that's no, because I did the same thing. A lot of them they're being chastised, but they don't know why they're being chastised. And they're not saying that they're doing according, no, they're into Christianity. And they're not obeying the voice and keeping the commandments. They say the commandments because they're going by Greek and Rome, what they have told them, that's a lie. And they're not going to the Most High to find out about the lie. All right. Anyway. So then for what remains of their lives, they serve God with a pure mind and have success in all their undertaking and receive from the Lord whatsoever they desire. And after they repented and start suffering, because that's what we're doing now. We want to know how to serve God, we want to know how to see his face, and want to know how to get the blessing, and now he have shown it unto y'all what we got to do. The other shares are posted. And then gave thanks unto the Lord that they were delivered unto me, nor do they suffer any more cruelty, and that's what we're doing now. No, that was down to something that ain't no cruelty. No, it's probably suffering from some disobedient that she had done. Because he already posted what she had done. Well, did he not post that? Yeah, he posted that. Now the shares are posted to her what she was going through. You got it right. The Lord will bless the mighty one with valor. He posted. I know you saw the one with no. He did post that about a time. I'm looking at it now. Wait a minute. See. You have to prepare yourself now to the things that God wants you to do. That's right. Disease and unknown among them, for they never sin. And sickness is sent only to purify from sin. All right. Okay. So, you got it right. You got it right. No, sometimes you be running and going through everything. God has to put you on it just like King David said, Psalm 119. Before I was afflicted, I went astray. And before I was afflicted, I was doing everything. Going everywhere, doing everything. Then now he was afflicting me. If I was lying on the bed, sick and tired, being sick and tired, I returned unto him. And then I had time to do everything. Read, catch up on my studies and everything. So that's what probably going to happen now, because I'm steadily going. And when you put me on my back, I don't do nothing but sit down, lay down there and read and study and just get help to read and study. That's all I do. All right. Anyway, let's continue on. So that's a blessing. That's not a curse. Psalm 119, Mem. Go to Psalm 119, Mem. I think that's what he said, Mem. Psalm 119, Mem. All right. So in all their undertakings, receive the Lord for whatever their desire. So that's what we're doing now. So we ask God to restore and revive Israel. And what he told you, you go to the Testament of 12 Patriarchs. When Israel repent with their whole heart, then I'll come and get them and bring them back in the land that was covered and bring them back in the land of promise. But they got other stuff going on. They got other stuff going on. How do you say you come? I'll come and get you like I came and got you out of Egypt. So these plagues have been measure for measure. And that's what's going on now, measure for measure. All right. No, we work together. God's showing me that. Because all of us have a different dream, but all the dreams are connected. Even here in the audible voice, just like when Adana said the 45. And she had that perfectly. Perfectly. She got the 45 perfectly. Tell you from experience. She got the 45 perfectly. Because the Lord God had already given me age 16. I didn't know what age 16 meant. I said, whatever happens is going to happen on age 16. Right. And then I said, man, because you know how the Holy Spirit gives you wisdom without you knowing the Holy Spirit puts something on your mind. I said, man, let me recheck that. Because because Dr. Shezar had posed me twice yesterday after the lesson, but I didn't get back to him till today. And he said the same thing. Let me check twice about the 40 days. And I just said 45. So I know. Just before class started, said, gave me 8:16. He reminded me of the 8:16 prophecy that he had gave me earlier. And so I see Rosh Hashanah, so I Google Rosh Hashanah. Of course, it's gonna come out with the meaning. I Google Rosh Hashanah for the meaning. Because sometimes you don't know, I don't lean to my own understanding. In every way acknowledge the Lord. So that's what I did. And so when I see that, I say, all right, Feast of Trumpets. So we already know that the 40 days end on a Feast of Trumpets. 40 days end on a Feast of Trumpets. Day of Atonement. And so I counted backwards from there and it landed on 8:16. I said, oh, that was the Lord was telling me. Right, so that's why I'm telling y'all now. I know some of y'all have a short notice next week, but y'all can do it. Walk out on faith. Walk out on faith. You're going to be truly blessed. Of course, y'all know that already. If y'all haven't done all the rest of them, y'all will be truly blessed. No, God show you everything. He shows you everything. God show you the faults in your life so you can ask him to help you to overcome them. He showed me many faults in my life. Just like right now, man. Because when it comes to this with hell, man, I get inflamed. Just like when Jesus whipped him out the temple. Yeah, boy, I get inflamed like that. Because all that you've gone through, all that we have gone through, and now we have the truth. They want us to not. We ain't talking about Esau and them people, but we know they're gonna do it. We talking about Israel themselves. Because that's in the Proverbs. The poor despise the poor. King Solomon said, the poor despise the poor. Right. And so now we're at the end of it. And this is the time we all stand up and be strong. It was divine purpose not to let Jacob pass the site of the future temple without stopping. It was tarried there at least one night. Also, God desired to appear to Jacob and showed himself unto his faithful ones only at night. At the same time, Jacob was saved from the pursuit of Esau. But it said, because we know why only at night. He shows himself unto the faithful ones only at night. We know that. Because when we went to Eve, the woman, and she said, how the earth, she said, how am I going to feed all these people? How am I going to feed all the descendants of Adam? And what did God say? The Most High said, well, I'm going to feed them at night and you feed them during the daytime. Come on, bro. All this lines up. I got something for you. I'm waiting for one of them to come. Whatever one come. All right. If they don't come, I'll say it anyway. And he showed himself unto him faithful ones only at night. At the same time, Jacob saved for the pursuit of Esau. He was the sister of town of future adultery. Jacob took 12 stones upon the altar, and his father Isaac had lain bound as a sacrifice. He said it was purpose to become the father of 12 tribes. At the same time, the second miracle came to pass. 12 stones became one stone. Anyway. No, because we was a nation. We were separated. We're separated now. But we becoming whole all over the world under what? Under our King, under our God, Lord God Jesus the Christ, the Nazarene, under our Messiah, under our Savior. They don't know that. Now I heard Joseph not the prince preaching this morning. Same old foolishness, same old lies, slandering the truth. All of them do the same thing each and every day. But they refuse to hearken with you. And God said, I have ordained them unto death. They are ordained to death, man. All right, just let you know. Anyway, joined themselves together and made one, which he put under his head, and at once it became a soft dowry like a pillow. But also he showed them a lot of other stuff behind him. Now let me continue on. The lesson already started. I have now. All right. And then he gave thanks unto the Lord that they were delivered unto him, nor do they suffer any more cruelty. Now said him, Sir, I entreat you still to show me now one thing. What said he, dost thou ask? I said unto him, are they who depart from the fear of God tormented for the same time that they enjoy their false delight? Now remember that she asked an important question. Because remember the sin that y'all once lived in, that I once lived in. Right. And so you want to do it if they're going to be punished for the same time. Because some people live a minute. No, I lived like 17 years in one type of sin. Fornication. Because a lot of y'all been with one woman all the many years, doing whatever, she doing whatever, and y'all not married, but yeah. So God make you pay for that. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Well, let's see that. Yeah, you pay for everything that you live with ever sin that, because a lot of people still live in sin. Some people, well, I've been wearing makeup since I was 16, girl. And now I'm 40-something, I still wear makeup. Yeah, some of them wear makeup all their life. And God gonna chastise them for it too. Because when they had the sickness and disease, they never said, well, maybe it's the hair dye I've been putting in my head. Maybe it's the makeup I've been wearing all the life. So that never go, maybe it's no vibrant clothing that much. So you never put that into the equation. Maybe because I'm a Christian, which goes along with it. Anyway, just telling you. And say unto them, Sir, entreat you still to show me one thing. What he said, do thou ask? I said unto him, are they who depart from the fear of God tormented the same time that they enjoy their false delight and pleasures? And he asked me, they are tormented for the same time. For the same time. Yep. They are tormented for the same time. I said to him, they are then tormented but a little, whereas they who enjoy their pleasure so as they forgot God, or to endure 7 times as much punishment. They forgot God, or to endure 7 times as much punishment. And he asked me, thou art foolish, neither understand it, thou the efficacy of this punishment. I said unto him, Sir, if I understood it, I would not desire you to tell me. Hearken, said he, and learn what the force of both is, both of pleasure and of punishment. An hour of pleasure is terminated within its own space. An hour of pleasure is terminated within its own place. Now you have done that. God, now come on, girl, let's go to the hotel. Let's go out to dinner and all that food. Yeah, you done it. Now it's time for you to pray. Wherefore, therefore, enjoy this false pleasure for one day. Is one day torment. That one day is a punishment equivalent to the whole year's space. One day. That one day you torment for the whole year. No, because like I told a lot of pastors and priests out there, a lot of people, I did it also. You could get out there and commit fornication, adultery, whatever. Right, but it takes a whole year of chastisement before that sin, you pay for that sin. A whole year. And I told one of my kin people that, I say, no, I say, in order for you to repent, you got to go a whole year without sex. He said, a whole year? And some people could spend God's decades without it. Yes, 3 decades without it. Some just don't have it at all. I mean, just, yeah. And you worried about it. Anyway, I'm just telling you. And they who depart from the fear of God turn in at the same time. Yeah, he put that up there. I'm just letting y'all know, man. I'm not telling y'all nothing wrong. Huh? If I'm telling y'all something wrong, just let me know. Let me know. Yeah. Oh. Well, you ask a question. Why you don't have all those followers? Because when Lord God sent out Gideon, how many men Gideon had? How many thousand men Gideon had? God told him, that's too much. Right, cut them down. They came down to 1,500. Lord God said, that's still too much. And next thing you know, cut them down to 300. Say, well, I can work with that number. So, yeah. Yeah, you don't need God, no, because you go to the book of Ecclesiastes, it tell you it's better to have no children than have 1,000 children and all of them living in sin. You know, because God don't go by quantity, go by quality. You better have one child not living in sin to have 1,000 children living in sin. Tell me that we said it is that way also. Anyway, so it takes a whole year of living a chaste life. No. Anyway. So he told him, said, our pleasure is terminated within its own space. But 1 hour of punishment has the efficacy of 30 days. 30 days. 1 hour of punishment has the efficacy of 30 days. Whenever, therefore, enjoy pleasure for one day, is one day terminated. That one day of punishment is equivalent to a whole year's space. To a whole year's space. So you're going to be turning in a whole year. You got to do a whole year. You got to live a chastity a whole year. You'll go by fast. Yeah, you go by fast. Some years go by. Tell you from experience, they go by. Thus, how many days anyone pursues his pleasure, so many years is he punished for it. You see, therefore, how the time of the worldly enjoyments is but short, but that of pain and torment a great deal more. Because that's why you see a lot of elderly people bent over, dragging their legs, holding their arms. Yeah, from that punishment that God had put on. A lot of them like that. Yeah. Some of them have it, you don't see it, but they have that cancer be eating them inside out. That's what they have, all type of cancer, disease. See where they've been had hip replacement, knee replacement, what they call it, splits, and bypass, heart bypass, surgery. Yeah. No, no, I got my scars also. And so God, that'll be God. Turn it over to the hand of the physician. All right. Just let me know. Anyway, I already told you, that's another one. A whole year for 12 months is a term set by God for expiation of sin. Expiation of sin. The deluge lasted 1 year, Job's suffering 1 year, sinners most endure hell and torture for 1 year. And the judgment upon God at the end of time will be executed for a length of 1 year. The plague brought up through Moses in Egypt. That's what y'all going through now. That's what you're going through now. All right. When that plague came through here, the last plague, it's still going on. Because you already know that drought and famine was coming in the land, and we had to reduce the population. And so that what God was doing, reducing the population, but y'all don't fear God. And so y'all go out there and make vaccines and all that different thing, and you started the apocalypse. Right? So just tell you what you did. And now you got a whole lot of people got to suffer. Got to pay the price. Because you fear death and not fear God. No, I'm just telling you what you did. You fear death and not God. You fear the demons and the devils. Because I watch all those programs because he told me to. When y'all had dreams of vision by y'all had like pictures in your hand, or y'all had drawings on a whatever drawing sheet, something like that. That what that meant. It's a short story, a short picture, a series or something, a series, because that's what it is. And that paper, how many drawings would you have on that paper? It's a series. So I started watching them. All no. And all is about demons and devils, teaching people how to feel. Not God do not come out of people's mouth not one time. Not one time. Not one time God come out the mouth. No, they might say holy crap or whatever they say. Yeah. Oh Jesus, maybe they might say something like that, but we know why they're saying that. But they didn't know. Go look at them. Man, I look to that page. I watch the key, lock, key and lock and key. And people went through 3 seasons without saying God, without calling on God one time. Yeah. I remember one of my picture books, a fat man leaning on a chair, relaxing with his feet up in a chair, and just watching the thunderstorm. Yeah. All right. Well, y'all got to, yeah, that what that means. That's a series. I don't know. You might see one of them. I didn't see. Yeah. I didn't see that. Now I can tell you which one that is. But anyway, but the picture book, yeah, the picture book, that's a series. Because sometimes you'll have the television, a big old screen, a big large screen, like a movie screen, look into the picture. Yeah, so anyway, I can't tell you what one that is. A large, you can't say a fat man, but they'll say a huge or a large man leaning on a chair, relaxing his feet up. So he was Yeah, up on a chair at a desk, watching the thunder song. They ain't come to me yet. Anyway, so let's continue on. No, this is about y'all. It's about, no, I got it for y'all. I'm trying to wait to see who's gonna come. If they come, fine. They don't. Still gonna tell it to you because you got. Because what's gonna happen? He was eating around like a cartoon. That, all right. No, that's a cartoon series. You told it looked like a cartoon. That's a cartoon series. I can't tell you which one. I can't tell you. Oh, they got Thundercats. I know they got that, but that don't seem like it's Thundercats. I don't know. I can't tell you. Whatever series you used to watch, whatever cartoon. Anyway, let's continue on. It said, years be punished, for you see therefore how the time of the worldly enjoyment is but short, and that our pain and torment are a great deal more. And I apply so much I do not understand these times of pleasure and pain. I entreat you that you would explain yourself more clearly concerning them, and answer me, saying, the foolishness still sticks unto thee. Ask me this foolishness. No, because that's what I'm trying to get Yehuda. Get out of that, man. You can't do it like that. You gotta be honest, try to be, gotta be honest and open, try to put much as you know of the original. Don't come back because that's how dreams and vision are. Just like when I told you about the shooter and how he was the sniper and how he was assassinating people with the white garment on and with the head like the Middle East. But when I came back the next time, I told you, well, that they had been put up because they was sending out their assassins. And they had two that had been killed. And then came back days later and said, no, it's the two interpretations. Then they come to find out that they had a sniper that killed 4 Muslim people, Muslims, in I think that was Arizona. Yep, so the 2 interpretations. Might be 3, but so far, that's what it is. So you can do it like that, but come back days later, months later, and add something to it that could have helped us out. Anyway, I'm just telling you, no, you can do better. You can do better. You can do better. It's just like Jaziel's dream that he said, man, that thing, no, Jaziel's dreams come to pass real fast. And no, I'm waiting on Eli, man. Eli, I didn't put you might come tomorrow. I'll hold it for him. Anyway, say that foolishness still stick unto thee. Should thou not rather purify thy mind and serve God? Should thou not rather purify thy mind and serve God? Take heed, lest when thy time is fulfilled, thou be found still unwise. When that time is fulfilled, thou still be found unwise. So a lot of people doing that right now. A lot of people on the way out, the elder on the way out, and they've been in the church house all the many years, and they're still unwise. They're like Joseph, not the prince, Joyce the liar, John and Lamb, or John and Scare nothing. Very wrong, the Rover's son, Robadiah's son. They're still unwise. They think it's wise for them to go out there and beg for other people's money. And they've been receiving millions, now I might have been receiving billions or more dollars. and live a life of luxury. And I live a life of luxury on earth, and I'm going now. I'm going on my way to heaven, and I want to live a life of luxury in heaven. That is a lie. That's a lie. That is a lie. Just telling you that it's a lie. For many walk of whom I have told you, often and now tell you, even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Christ, who in is destruction, whose God is their belly, whose glory is their shame, who mind earthly things. That is the gospel. No, that's Philippines. Gospel of Philippines, probably the gospel of Philippines. So that is Philippines. Gospel of Philippines. So let's continue on. Here then thou desires that thou mayest be more easily understand. He that give himself up one day in his pleasure and delights and does whatsoever his soul desires is full of great folly. Full of great folly, and that's what they tell you. Buy my book, buy my CD. I wrote 150 books. I'm going to have 200 before I get out this world. I want to have 200. And I want to pass, this is my legacy. And I want to pass my legacy down to my children and my grandchildren. That's why, no, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. I told you. I already told you. God had already gave it to me. And reaffirmed it. Now I won't tell it to you. No, because people like to think they're wiser than God. Yeah. Let's go. All right. No, Belteshazzar. They got a part in, I forgot what book is that. Might be in Ezekiel. Thou art wiser than Daniel. Yeah. So Belteshazzar was wise. He served them kings. The kings loved Daniel. He loved Belteshazzar. No, one king didn't love Belteshazzar. He was a king. He was the only one, but all the rest of them loved Belteshazzar. Yeah. I'm just telling you. Let's go. Thou art wiser than Daniel. There was probably, let's go, I think it's Ezekiel, right? So he does whatever his soul desires. It's full of great folly, not understand what he does, but the day following forgets what he did the day before. For he delighted in worldly pleasure and not keep his in memory by the reason of the folly that he has rooted in. No, we're supposed to be in 7. I've read this already. Yeah, we're supposed to be in 7. Anyway, rooted in them. But when the pain and torment befall a man a day, he in effect trouble the whole year after, because his punishment continued firm in his memory. Wherefore he remembers it was sorrow the whole year, and then he calls to mind his vain pleasure and delight, and perceive that for the sake of that he was punished. Whosoever therefore have delivered themselves over to such pleasure are thus punished, because that when they had life, they rendered themselves liable to death, and say unto him, Sir, what pleasure are hurtful? He answered, that is the pleasure to every man which doeth willingly. For the angry man gratifies his passion, perceive pleasure in it when he's angry. So the adulterer and drunkard, the slanderer and liar, so that's the ones you see every day on television. Every day on television, that's the ones you see. Every day on television. Yeah, they're slandering the truth. Buy my book, buy my CD, come partnership with me, and they tell you what they're doing. All right. And so the adulterer and the drunkard, the slanderer and the liar, the covetous man and the defrauder. So that's what they are, the covetous and defrauder. So they tell, well, I'm spending all the money. I'm spending all the money on whatever they spend on, but they lie. They take a percentage, they give a small percentage to those people, and take the majority to, well, I got to run in the state, and this is how much I charge for running. Yeah, not of God, it's of man. And they're going to pay for it. Every bit of it, they're going to pay for it. They're not getting away for it. All right. So the adulterer, the drunkard, the slanderer, the liar, the covetous man, and the defrauder. And whosoever commits anything like unto these, because he followed his evil disposition, he received a satisfaction in doing of it. And Joyce Meyer said, I've been doing it for 40-something years, and I love doing it. I won't find the TGJ Puff on there. I've been doing this, and I was in Virginia doing it, and I moved to Dallas, and I just love doing this, and I build, and all of them talk about how much they love it. And the rule matter. Well, you see, I have this book written, and I just love doing it, and I built a $28 million book, and I want to just I never had a deficit, and I never had it. All the rest of them do the same thing. Joe's not to pray, amen, amen, can you say amen? And then he tell you lies, slander the truth. And then when you know he's not telling the truth, come in his mind and tell him he's not telling the truth. Man, you slander, that's not right. Then you hear what the prophet said. Yeah. And then all of them do the same thing. When you catch them, you say amen. But when Joyce Meyer think the audience is about to get away from him, she bring up the time when the daddy was putting that pipe on. Telling you the truth. Oh, that's what he said with daddy. That's what he did. Yeah. So that was, she started saying that. The time when she was laying down there, and her daddy was bowing down upon her, she bring that back up. Remembering the injuries, remembering former things. That's what she's doing. You just ready to read that. Yeah. Now, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You got to know better. You got to know better. It works both ways. It works both ways. When Zulika won King Joseph, when she wanted King Joseph, and she wanted to King Joseph so bad, so King Joseph said, you're going to get up, you're going to perform this day, or you're going to be a dead man. Right. She wouldn't care whether he got pleasure or not, long as he came with an erection and she could ride, she wouldn't worry about that. She wouldn't worry about nothing else. That works both ways. Right. So you think that when she would know, because it happened to our mother Dana also. So when Dana got raped, same thing. So you think when Dana got raped, she didn't have an orgasm, even though she didn't want it? It's the body, man. Anyway, I'm just telling you. All I can do is just tell it to you. Secrets and mystery that God revealed unto you. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgive all thy iniquities, who help all thy, who healeth all thy disease. Yeah, she said it right. That's a doctor. And I know she ain't gonna stay in that position long. She's not. It's a temporary thing. Something she wants, something she need to hear. Something she need to hear. Something she need to read. That's how God is. Yeah, God is. Anyway, been in those situations. I have been in those situations. Let's continue. Now we say, for delight and worldly pleasure are not kept in memory, for the reason about the folly that is rooted in them. But when pain and torment befall a man, they expect trouble a whole year after. Let's continue on. Now let's go. I'm prepared for that. Down there for the defrauders and those who ask for money. All these pleasures and delights are hurtful to the servant of God. That's what we say. God wants you to have. God wants you to live in pleasure. God wants you to live in delight. Who redeemed the life from destruction, who crowned thee with a loving kindness and tender mercy. Yeah. Loving kindness and tender mercy. All right. Anyway, these pleasures and delights are hurtful to the servant of God. These therefore are tormented and suffer punishment. There are also pleasure. There are also pleasure. No, not on occasion. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. No. But these therefore they torment and suffer punishment. There are also pleasure that brings salvation unto men. There's also pleasure that brings salvation unto men. For many, when they do what is good, find pleasure in it and are attracted by the delights of it. And that's what we do now. The suffering, the sacrifice that we're doing, we find pleasure and enjoyment in it. Even with the 40 days, man, you can get battled, you can war with Satan for 40 days. But when they're over with, but during the 40 days, you have a dream, you have visions, hearing the audible voice, you have a lot of things going on during the 40 days. Yeah, God, man, because you be closer to the Spirit. All right. Anyway, redeeming the life from destruction, crown thee with loving kindness and tender mercy, who satisfy their mouth with good things, so that you do that die, that they can't get that one. That they know you just renew like the eagles, so that they do this, renew like the eagle, that so that they who do this renew themselves like the eagle. Well, it's in them. I can't figure it out this one. All right. Who satisfy their mouth with good things, so that you do this, renew like the eagles. Then wow, it's not really there. So they that do this renew themselves like the eagle. 103. Let me go find it. Let me go find it. No, I got something to tell you. 103. 103. You know what the voice said? Who satisfy their mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the youth. Yes, you got something. Thy youth is. No, you got you this. So that would be you this. Post. Now they separated like that. They hate him. They hate him. Why they did it? Who satisfy thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. And it be renewed like the eagles. Yes, it does. While lying on the bed, sick and tired with all them sickness and diseases, and I repented with my whole heart, whole mouth. Yeah, it came down, renewed like the eagle. Anyway, let's continue on. No, because that's where we're supposed to be at, on the minister of punishment. That's where we stopped at, on the minister of punishment. Yeah, we're about to go into the 8th. Yeah, we about to go into eat. That's all right. That's all right. It's not a big thing. It's not a big thing, man. It's not. You need it. Somebody must need it. That's why I go ahead and go back over it. Remind you. There also the pleasure of that brings salvation to men. For many, when they do what is good, pleasures in it, are attracted to this delight of it. Now the pleasure is profitable, the service of God, and brings life to such men. But those hurtful pleasures which were before mentioned bring torment and punishment. And whosoever should continue in them and should not repent of what they have done shall bring death upon themselves. They shall bring death upon themselves. No, I'm still waiting on Eli. Jazz, they didn't want them. Because they didn't want them. No, because we was in cemetery 7, and we was at the shepherds, the 2 shepherds. Right, it was at the 2 shepherds. And we had went over the shepherd of pleasure and was going over the good shepherd, the shepherd of the thorns, right? Yeah. And said, I will say to him, but I say unto him, Sir, be thou also with me, and I shall either undergo any trouble, and I will say he be with thee. And I will entreat the messenger who is set over thy punishment, that he would moderate his affliction towards thee. And moreover, thou shalt suffer adversity, but for a little time. And moreover, thou shalt suffer adversity, but for a little time. And then thou shalt again be restored to thy former state. Only continue on humility of the mind. Obey the Lord with a pure heart, thou and thy house, and thy children, and walk in the commands which I have delivered unto thee. And then thy repentance will be firm and pure. And if thou shalt keep these things with thy house, thy inconvenience shall depart from thee. And all vexation in like manner depart from all those whosoever shall walk according to these commands shall depart. All right, Eli, I've been waiting on you. Asa came too. All right. Now I'm waiting on it. Post, Eli, I want you to post. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life as was with Moses. So will, now I want y'all to post. Now I got Eli. Eli got something to do. Asa too, but I'm coming back to Eli. There should not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life as I was with Moses. So will I be with thee. I will not fail thee, forsake thee, but be strong and of good courage. For unto this people shalt thou divide for inheritance the land which I swear unto your fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou may observe and do according to all the law which Moses thy servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whatsoever thou goest. This book of the law should not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. That thou shalt make, He told him, written therein that thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success, and have not I commanded thee. Be strong and of good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, wheresoever thou goest. Search me, O God, and know my heart, try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me to the way of everlasting. the Lord will have to pump his soul on the mighty man of valor peace. No, let's continue on. I'm coming back to you, Donna. Let me get him. You see? Wait a minute, Eli, don't you go nowhere, Eli. I got something very important for you. Yeah, got something very important for all y'all. But Eli dreamed that he said yesterday, came to me today. His sapphire sword. His sapphire sword. No, he gone before them people. He need the sapphire. God gave him a sapphire sword to slay them with. Me and my husband were at a site passing out food to the needy. Eat what I give you. And we were standing off from the conveyor, belt that was rolling out of the food, bunches for each people. I gotta read that. Someone tapped me on my shoulder and pointed to the conveyor belt. And all of a sudden I saw a clear plastic bag drop over the next bunch of food. Yeah. I gotta see what the rest of that is. I did. I skipped the beginning of the similitude 7 because I said that already. We had went over the two shepherds, the shepherd of pleasure and the shepherd of the thorns and briars. We did go over that. Yeah, but I forgot. But God brought it to no. That might have been just for Adonijah. No, let me go to Keith. Eli, I said Keith, Eli. Thus shalt thou do unto all the cities which are very far off from thee, which are not the city of these nations, but the cities of these people which the Lord thy God to give thee for inheritance. Thou shalt save alive nothing that breatheth, nothing that breatheth. But thou shalt utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, as the Lord God had commanded. Well, God gonna destroy all them. Let's see here, all those that don't repent. That they teach you not to do after all the abomination which thou hast done unto their God. So should thou be sinned against the Lord thy God. No, you might have got another dream of vision. That would sound like. When thou shalt besiege a city a long time and make war against it to take it, thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by posting an axe against them, for they may eat of them, and thou shalt not cut down. We had the axe. Remember, you got the stone axe. All right, so thou shalt not cut them down. The tree of field is man's life to employ them in the siege. Only the tree which thou knowest that be not trees for meat, thou shalt destroy and cut down. That's good. No, I got something else for him. Did you ever dream I'm supposed to dream there? Down that thou shalt build bulwarks against the city, make war with thee until it be subdued. All right, may the Lord have blessed to the public song of mighty man of valor. Mighty man of valor, page 29. Just like I read that the other day. I'm gonna go back. May the Lord have blessed to the mighty man of valor. Public song, Asa, may the Lord have blessed. Bless the mighty man of valor, public song, Eli. All right. The 40 days start on next week. August the 16th. That's why he gave me 8:16. Now, this for Eli. Eli had got a sapphire sword. Yesterday, he got a sapphire sword. And remember, he's got to go back to Seventh-day Adventist Church. He was under Bible study. And he's going back to Seventh-day Adventist Church. All right. So Eli, you got to go read the Torah. The Torah. It's in the Legend of the Jews. Go read the Torah in the Legend of the Jews. And go read with Moses, because they don't know. They don't know it like you know. They don't. So that's why he gives a sapphire sword to cut them with. Gotta go read the legend, the Torah, and the legend of the Jews. Then go read when Moses, when Father Moses, when they describe the Torah, it's sapphire and it rolls, even though it's made of stone, it rolls up. And when Moses went back after he destroyed the first copy what God did, he went back and he had to go get it again. And so you got to learn that. No, that's what you, I mean, you might already know it. So you have to tell them what is the Torah. The whole Torah, the 10, because they don't say the 10 commandments. What they say is not the true 10 commandments. It's not the Torah. And so you got to tell them about the sapphire sword mean. They don't know, Eli, and you do. I tell you, you're going to come up against that. All right. I became so happy. Let's go to you. And suddenly pointed out the conveyor belt. And all of a sudden I saw clear plastic bag drop my next bunch of food. And I became so happy. I started saying, thank you, Lord, and crying. I heard myself in my sleep because it woke me up last night. And I started feeling sore and sick. My whole body ached with a cough. And I called out sick this morning, but no, as soon as I did, it felt better. So I told my supervisor, never mind, because God, the Lord made a way for me. All right. Anyway, I had a conveyor belt dream. The conveyor belt dream, the conveyor belt had broke. And I told the woman, I told the woman to go get a new belt. And I fixed the belt. It's a Lord's belt. Man, I can remember that dream. Yeah. No, because I had a dream not too long ago. Sitting on a bench with a woman and two men. I went over that dream with somebody today. And I was coughing up mucus. And I was coughing up mucus waiting on her. So me and her can go to the house together. But she was standing there talking with the two men. Yeah. Anyway. So you gotta learn to Eli, you gotta learn that. King James word, the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even of the dividing asunder soul and spirit and joints, narrowing the discerning of the thoughts and intent of the heart. Right, but he got a Pacific sword. His sword is the sapphire blue sword, which is, remember the sword is the word of God. You just posted that. But when you go read, post that fellowship, it tells you what it's made out. It tells you what the Torah is made out. That's the same books, the same thing. When you go in the book of Revelation, and the scroll written within and written without, that's the same scroll. It's just the Torah rolled up. So now I hope you remember that lesson. Because that's what you're gonna have to go. When you go back, that's what God gave you, to cut them people asunder with. They're gonna pick him. They're gonna pick him. That's what it's about. Because then people heard of Eli, what Eli going through it. He's in a cult, he is in this, he is in that. Right. So they bring him back and try to get him away from the truth and turn back to Christianity. But once you hear the truth, you ain't going back to Christianity. That's all so God give him that. So he's gonna have to use that. The sapphire sword, the Torah. Somebody gonna cry. All right. I was showing that in my dream. Yeah, see, I went to work for 3 hours while at my desk. I was told that The Lord is sealing and protecting now. And I showing that in my dream. Yeah. All right. Now I got something to tell y'all. Definitely got something to tell y'all. No, that's why I'm on Yehuda so bad. Because God has showed him stuff. No, because if he would got that out first, and then when Jaziel went to his dream, he could either connected them, but by him skipping and not putting it all in there, can't read it right. You can't because got too many parts missing. And all you can do is read that little part. And now I told somebody else, say, man, I told him there's something missing. There's something missing. Kept telling him that. Because trying to discredit me is not going to help. That's just like just telling you it's not going to help you now. Well, let's prove that his dream reading is false. It's faulty. We're going to not give him everything and see what he's going to do. Be a Korah. That was Korah. They made up dreams and visions, made up scenarios for Moses and what God did to him. Just telling you. That's all I can do tell you. All right, so let me tell you what happened. No, Belteshazzar want me to go back. Now I'm gonna tell you, oh, just wait a minute. Suppose that Belteshazzar for Eli, the sapphire scroll. This post in sapphire in volume 3. Type in sapphire, and it's gonna come up what Eli sword is. That's what you're gonna have to learn. I hope you already know it. But they're gonna try to attack him with that. So hope you not know Jaziel dream is also. And your Dana 45 is also. All of it he gave to me. He gave me Yehuda. That's in the book of Revelation. Jaziel gave me that. That's what we're doing now. The 45 days go along with Jaziel. All that goes along with what I'm about to tell you. And just like the dream that he gave to Adonijah, I was told that the Lord is sealing and protecting now. Right. Because last night I had 2 dreams, very important. But I didn't remember all of them. I kept on asking. 2, I remember I had more to them, and you wouldn't be not now. I was hoping that one of y'all see. Oh, there goes Jaziel. All right, Jaziel's dream came to pass. Now he saw it. 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 I told you you don't have to wait long for Jaziel's dream to come. All right. Blessed is whose transgression is forgiven, who is sin is covered. Blessed is the man whom the Lord imputed not iniquity, in whose spirit there is no guile. And to drought of the summer, I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and my iniquity have I not hid. I say, I will confess my transgression unto the Lord, and thou forgivest the iniquity of my sin. Selah. For this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee in the time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great water they should not come nigh unto me. Thou art my hiding place, thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance, and I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee in my eye, and be not as the horse or a mule which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held with a bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. Right? Yeah. Many sorrows should be to the wicked, but he that trusts in the Lord mercy shall compass him about, because glad in the Lord and rejoice ye righteous, shout for joy, all ye that are upright in heart. Yeah. May the Lord God bless to the prophet son, mighty man of valor Jaziel. So Jaziel dream, he revealed that unto me. I told you, Eli, Jaziel, all of them connected. Yehuda dream, which he didn't give all, book of Revelation. Jaziel dream, he told it all. Was about we're about to go through now. the 45. And that's connected to the down there, which you see the 45. And Eli's dream is the Torah, the sapphire sword. So he's going to have to use that when he goes to the 7-day Adventist church. I told you he was going to tell him what they need right before. All right. So this is the dream. I'm glad y'all there. The 40 days start next week. Start on the 16th. So those who want the other secret or the mystery to the 40 days, all right. Now may the Lord God bless the mighty man of valor, Jastiel. May the Lord God bless the mighty woman of valor, down to may the Lord God bless the mighty man of valor. I know I can say it twice. It's not going to make a difference. This is another blessing. So those, remember the 40 days. Now they got two sets of 40 days. Got those that just doing the prayer, and they got those who doing the faith. So those who doing the faith, they know what it is. All right. No, I'm not going to explain the faith to everybody. If you wanted the faith, you got to get in contact with somebody if you want to know what the faith is. Yeah. And so, the faith started on the 16th. Both of them start on the 16th. The ones who doing the faith and the ones who just doing the prayer. Well, both of us doing the prayer. But one of us doing something else beside the prayer. So you're going to do what else. Now, I can tell you what it is. You got to walk out on faith. You got to call me and say, yeah, I'm going to do it. But just blind faith and do it. I can't tell you what it is. All right. And if you're going to do it. These were created by God's hand and dust. The first, I'm going to tell y'all, let me read this for Eli. Y'all got power, and it's over with. The last 40 days. These was created by God's own hand, thus the first Sabbath and close of creation. He made a sapphire-like stone. Now, no, because Asa just pointed out the word is a two-edged sword. And there was made a sapphire-like stone on each, because he had an axe. He had a stone axe. And he had a sapphire sword, both of them connected. One, just telling you, made a sapphire-like stone. One each of the two tablets are the 10 Commandments, 4 times repeated. And each such wise was engraved that the letters was liable on both sides, a sharp two-edged sapphire sword. But like the tablets, they write in the pencil for inscription, 2 were of heavenly origins. Between the separate commandments was noted down all the precepts of Torah and all the particulars, although the tablet was not more than 6 inches in length and much in width. So that's Eli's dream. You have to learn this. You should already know it, though. It is another of the attributes of the tablet. Although they are fashioned out of the hardest stone, it can be rolled up like a scroll. That's found in the book of Revelation. And when God handed the tablets to Moses, he seized them by the top third, and Moses hold the bottom third, and on the third remained open, was in the way that the divine radiance shed upon Moses' face. So, no, all is about to come to pass. All right. All is about to come to pass. So, no, he know the Torah. He should know the Torah, because Eli, I think Eli know the Torah. Yeah, he got to know it. He got to know it. All right. So that he's gonna attack him with that. But they're gonna question him about it, and they're gonna say something, and that's the answer for whatever they say. Because he got the sapphire sword, he got the Torah, and it's in the book of Revelation also, and he's gonna be able to do that. So that's his dream. Now, for Jastiel's dream, Yehuda, Jastiel, and all of us to connected yesterday. I was in the courtyard. No, that ain't this one. I was listening. I was listening, and these 2 women was talking. 2 women was talking. I said, didn't I tell you to stock up water and food? And then I was talking, and then I was thinking, did I hear enough? All right. No, because I asked for all of it to come back, but he just gave me that snippet back. And so I heard it. I saw the two women. I heard them talking. They was talking about now. No, they was talking about the food shortage thing. The famine had been really started. And I was listening to these two women, and I said, I'm the one said, didn't I tell y'all to stock up on water and food? Water and food and toilet tissue. I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all. Right, now it's about to come to pass. All that is about to come to pass. Right, so no, that's what's going to happen after 45 days. That's when all y'all dreams are connected. After the Day of Atonement, remember, that's why I had asked, no, that's why I asked Belteshazzar to find them. Because 45 days, after 45 days, then this on a stone. That's what Jaziel dream was about. Now remember how Jaziel dream worked, how Jaziel sees that. 45 days. You see, flickering. Now they don't want you to hear, Jared. Yeah. And no, you gave me something else though, but I had another dream along the line, and I asked him to bring it back, and he didn't bring it back, but he made sure to let me know that in 45 days, in 45 days, 45 days, remember where y'all at in prophecy. I was listening as these two women talking. I said, didn't I tell you to stock up water and food? 45 days. It's going to start in 45 days. And then, then I had another, because it was two quick ones. Then I asked for the other one, what is similar to what we're talking about now. 45 days now. And it was unusual cold that was early. No, because in the dream of vision, I said, man, it was cold early. I said, man, this is unusual cold. Man, it got cold early. That's why I said, no, it was cold. It was cold. It was unusual cold. And I think that was over there in Europe. Yeah. Man. Oh, man, did it get cold. Oh, I'm just telling you what's going on, bro. Y'all here 45 days. And they're going to start. God showed. Because it connected to the Feast of Tabernacle. That's what it connected to. No, it connected to the Day of Atonement. Man, come on, we just posted that. Let's see where I can go back up there. Yeah, we just posted that. I just read that to y'all. We had it in two places. One, this is what he said. As the creation of this ram had been extraordinary, so was the use of which all parts of carcass was put. Now one thing went to waste. The ashes of the part buried upon the altar formed the foundation of the inner altar, where the expiatory sacrifice was brought once a year. Now we're going on the Day of Atonement. Right, on the Day of Atonement, the day on which the offering of Isaac took place, of the sinew of the ram, David made 10 strings, Elijah the girdle. Right, I had more. Let's see if I can find it. No, because I had more of it to y'all. Thou hast said, thou hast to say, I will now say what I have to say. Thy children will sin before me in the time to come. And I will sit in judgment on them on New Year's Day. And so that's New Year's Day. Judgment on start on New Year's Day. And so that's why that's the 45 days meant. I was listening, and these two women talking. I said, didn't I tell you to stock up on water and food? And so all that's, no, just tell you. Didn't I tell you about water and food? I told y'all. So, no, on Atonement Day. And you're going to have an unusual cold. Unusual cold got to be fall and winter. Gonna be an unusual cold. All right. Just telling y'all. That's all I have to tell y'all. I'm not this guy. I'm glad y'all there, so I can tell you all what it with that Jassy Arrow dream. And the 45 with what she said. And now remember, I said it started on 8:16. God gave me 8:16. That's when the 40 days start. All right, this is how the 40 days gonna work. No, it's simple. Those who have the faith 40 days, y'all know how yours work. So that's starting on 16. But those who only doing the prayer, well, because y'all only doing the prayer, how y'all want to do it? Because they have certain ways that you can do it. Because it's only the prayer. It's only a prayer. The 18 benediction, y'all had one would help the other do the 18 benediction. Go to the 13 attributes. No, that's where you're going at. Post the 13 attributes, Belteshazzar. 13 attributes. No, I forgot where 13 attributes. Yeah, that's where you're going at. 13 attributes. I read this before, man. I don't see if I can. It's the 13 attributes. That's where you're going at. 13 attributes. 13 attributes. It's in there. Yeah, it's 13 attributes. Remember the commandments remember the commandments, Eli. Yeah, remember where it's found that, what book is found in. Just remember it. Remember the whole Torah. Yeah, remember the whole Torah. We can't just say, the commandment, but remember when these things are done, what comes with them. You don't do them. The cave in which Moses concealed himself passed to review before him the celestial returning was the same in which Elijah lodged, and God revealed himself to him on Horeb. If there had been an opening as a tiny as a needle spot, point, Moses and Elijah would have been consumed by the passing divine light, which was of the intensity so great that Moses, although quite shut off in the cave, nevertheless caught the reflection of it, so that from the radiance of his face began to shine, not without great danger. However, did Moses earn the distinction, but as soon as the angel heard Moses' request, God showed him glory, and was greatly incensed against him, and said to God, we who serve thee night and day may not see thy glory, and who is born of a woman asked to see it. And that anger they made ready to kill Moses, who was certainly had perished if not God had protected him from the angels. Then God appeared in the cloud. And the seventh time he appeared on earth, and taking the guise of a predecessor of a congregation. He said to Moses, whenever Israel has sinned and called me by the following 13 attributes, I forgive them their sin. Whenever, so we remember we have sinned. Yeah, we have sinned. Let no man go before God and say he have not sinned. Come on, we read that. All right. So it said, no, I forgive them their sins. Call me by the following 13 attributes, now I will forgive them their sins. I am the Almighty God who provides for all creatures. I am a merciful one who restrains evil from the humankind. I am a gracious one who helps in a time of need. I am a long suffering to the upright as well as the wicked. I am bountiful to those who owe thee, who own thee, and not entitle them to lay claim to reward. I am faithful to those who have a right to expect good from me, and preserve graciousness until 2,000 generations. I forgive misdeeds, even atrocious actions, and forgiving those who repent. When Moses heard this, he particularly that God is long suffering with sinners, he prayed, "Oh, forgive them, Israel, said, which they committed in worshiping the golden calf." Had Moses now prayed, "Forgive the sins of Israel until the end of all time," God would have granted it to, as it was the time of mercy. But as Moses asked forgiveness for this one sin only, this one only was pardoned. And God said, "I have pardoned according to thy word." And in the day on which God showed himself merciful to Moses and his people was the 10th day of Tashra. The 10th day of Tashra. Well, we can wait till the 10th day of Tashra and say the 13 attributes. Well, we're going to do more than that. We're going to say, no, remember what the prayer is about. The prayer, they said the prayer, no, because after they done the 40 days, they went up there and they said the prayer. And God, they said the prayer. No, they said the prayer. Let me see. Jaziel. Jesus said unto him, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, with all thy mind." And they said, for the annual day of atonement out the world could not exist. This is the first greatest commandment. Yeah. All right. So now, no, we got to do it. All right. So, the 13 attributes, we can easily say that at the end. But the 40 days, we sang the song of peace. We're singing the song of peace for 40 days. All of us, we singing the song of peace. No, the 13 attributes was just done on that one day of the atonement. We could do the 13 attributes of the 10 days of atonement, the 10 days of tabernacle. We can do the 13 attributes. The 13 attributes sound more, no, it's God's word. And you say, "I'll forgive them their sins." Right. He said, "Moses, whenever Israel have sinned and called me by the following 13 attributes, I'll forgive them their sins." But we know how we go before God. We don't go before God or anything. We never went before God. We done the Passover, unleavened bread. We did it first, then we went before God. Yeah, and even with the 40 days, we don't go before God in any kind of way. We do not go before God in any type of way. All right, so no, we gotta appear before God 3 times a year. We gotta appear before God. Post those 3 times. Every one of y'all can post. 3 times a year we post. We have to go. We have to go before God 3 times a year. 3 times a year we got to go before God. So this is a have to go before God. 3 times a year. Anyway. So, all right, well, let's keep reading that. No, it's the 13 attributes. Anyway. So Moses' forgiveness, this one only, the only was for pardon. And God said, "I have pardoned according to thy word." The day on which God showed himself merciful, Moses and his people was the 10th day of Tashra. The day on which Moses was received the tablets of the law from God for the 2nd time. And all of Israel spent amid prayer and fasting, that the evil spirit may not again lead them astray. So they spent the time fasting and prayer that the evil spirit, that's what we're doing now. Come on now, y'all not doing it? I mean, all of y'all not doing it. They'll get in contact with me before the 16th, man. You do not know. You got to ask or read one another. Yeah. Anyway. 3 times a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord God. Idolatry too, because when you go read the Gospel of Thomas, and he told you you're going to make a female be a male. So she's a male. And he told you how she became a male. All right. 3 times a year shall all males appear before the Lord thy God in the place which thou shalt choose, the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of weeks, and the feast of tabernacles. They shall not appear before the Lord empty. And every man should give as he is able according to the blessing of the Lord their God which he has given thee. All right. No, because y'all coming with your swords, your axes, your crown, your knives, your girdles, your armor. And so you're not appearing after. Praying like they're supposed, the tithes, the true tithes and offering. So you're not appearing empty-handed. All right. So no. All right. So there you see. And Simon Peter said to him, let Mary leave us, for the woman are not worthy of life. Jesus said, I myself shall lead her in order to make her male, so that she too may become a living spirit, resembling you male. For every woman who will make herself male, no, for every woman who make herself male will enter to the kingdom of heaven. Gospel of Thomas. So we know how you make a woman male. I already told y'all that. All right. No, because this is too important, man. We're going before the Lord. He commands that we go before him 3 times a year. The feast of unleavened bread, the feast of weeks, the feast of tabernacles. We just got about the feast of weeks. We did the 7 weeks. I just told Asa, said, wow, we must have missed it. We did not miss it, Asa. Now, you know we didn't miss it. Right. So, no, we didn't miss it. We're just coming out of the Feast of Weeks. Now we're going to the Feast of Tabernacle. And the Day of Atonement, we got to go before the Lord on the Day of Atonement. Come on, man. Because we're going to do like we always do. We're going to come in agreement. We're going to do that agreement, and we're not going to depart from that agreement. Which y'all, if y'all don't want to do it, just don't do it. You can put down there, no, I ain't going to make this say here this time. If you don't want to do it, just don't do it. I know y'all can do it. I know y'all can do it. So let's get it together. Let's get it together now. All right. So the 10th day of Tishra. So that's the Feast of Tabernacles. That's the Feast of Tabernacles. Because he already said that Belteshazzar posted the Feast of Tabernacles. No, let's continue on. Let's continue on. So the second time Israel spent amid the prayers and fasting, and the evil spirit might again lead them astray. Their ordinate tears and exaltation, joined with those of Moses, reached heaven, so that God took pity upon them and said to them, my children, I swear by my lofty name, that these your tears shall be tears of rejoicing for you, that this day should be the day of pardon and forgiveness, and of canceling your sins for you, for your children and your children's children, to the end of all generations. So remember this, no, because we weren't doing this. We just became a nation again in 2017. We gathered back in 2017. I'm just telling you, man. I'm not going through all that. I'm just telling you. All right. No. So here we go. So we became a nation again in 2017. We started doing this. We became one again. And we're showing God that we are one. Okay. So children, children, end of all generations. This day is not set. This day was not set for the annual day of atonement, without which the world could not exist, which was continued even in the future world when all other holidays will cease to be. The Day of Atonement, however, is not only a remnant of the day on which God was reconciled to Israel to forgive their sins. That's what we did. But it's also the day on which Israel finally received the Torah. But after Moses, no, because let's stop there again. Remember, we didn't receive no last year. We weren't even talking about the Torah last year. Around this time last year, when we talking about the Torah, I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. We read the Torah last year, right? So I was wrong. Forgive me. Because I remember now we read the Torah last year. But we didn't do it like we did this year. We didn't do everything like we done it this year. Last year. But this year we did it. This is the third year. All right. So let's go. No, let's go. So I was wrong there. We did do it. All right. Annual Day of Atonement. The world could not exist. All right. In the future world also. All right. It's not only reminiscence of the day on which God was reconciled to Israel and forgive them their sins, but also the day on which Israel finally received the Torah. But after Moses had spent 40 days in prayer until finally forgave Israel their sins, and he began to reproach himself for having broken the tablets of the law, saying, Israel asked me to intercede for them before God. But who will, on account of my sin, intercede before God for my sake? Then God said to him, grieve not for the loss of the first two tablets, which contain only 10 commandments. The second tablets, which thou am now ready to give thee, shall contain the Yireh, the Midrash, and the hadst. And at the new moon on the month of Elul, Moses had the trumpet sound throughout the camp. Month of Elul. So what is the month of Elul? Come on. I don't have the book. I don't have the book. The month of Elul. Oh, I do have the book, huh? No, I don't have the book. The month of Elul. I always say the new moon on the month of Elul, Moses had the trumpet sound throughout the camp, announcing to people that he would once more betake himself to God for 40 days to receive the second tablets from him, so they might be alarmed by his absence. And he stayed in heaven until the 10th day of Tushra. So he didn't come down until the 10th day of Tushra. We're doing it now. We're doing that 40 days. We already did one. We did the 7 weeks, man. This is Elul. Man, let me go get the book. Because y'all gonna do it and keep saying it till I show it. This is the book. Elul is September. All right. So it's the all right. Now I got it written down. So Elul is September. September. Tishra is October. Right. So let's see. I got it written down pretty good here. So, no, because when you're studying, you write it down. It's kind of more easy to remember. So it said August to September the 6th. That's the month Elul. But we know is the new moon, from the new moon of July to the new moon of August. That is Abel. And for the new moon of August to, I guess that would be the new moon of September, is Elul. from one new moon to another. All right, so no, I got it right here. The new moon, we're in Elu already. Yeah. The new moon of Elu it started the 28th of July. So that was the new moon start of Elu. And it goes all the way until we ain't got no new moon. They don't. That new moon, I'm just telling you. Gotta have a new moon somewhere in there. All right, to the 27th. To the 27th of August. Right, and from the 27th of August to the 25th of September is Teshuvah. It's Teshuvah. Because right now we're in Elu. We are in Elu. And Elu runs until the 25th. And Teshuvah runs from the new moon of so on the 25th. No, I gotta do this. No, I gotta do this right. Elu runs from August to September. Teshuvah runs September to October. That's what it runs. So the new moon of August to the new moon in September. That is Elu. And Teshuvah is run from September to the new moon of September to the new moon of October. All right, so we start the 40 days on the 16th of August. So that'll be sundown on the 15th. That's when we start the 40 days. Count. 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. The 40 ends on the covenant day, the 24th, but you can't count that. That's a covenant day. And you have to separate each day. You have to separate it each covenant day. You have to separate it. Right. So you can't celebrate the new moon until sundown on the 24th till sundown on the 25th. That's the new moon. No. Then the sundown on 25th to sundown on 26th, that's when you celebrate the feast of Rosh Hashanah, the feast of trumpets, the feast of trumpets. Just telling you how it goes. All right, so 40 days start next week. All right, that's evil. So let's go back and read it again. Notice page 285, the 13 attributes of God. No, when we get to the Feast of Tabernacles, then those 10 days we're gonna recite. These 10 days we're gonna recite the 13 attributes. These 10 days. They're easy, man. It's just like the 18 benediction. It's just like the 18 benediction. But this one comes straight from God himself. And God himself tells us what to say in order for us to be for his forgiveness. So we're going to recite that. Right, but we're doing the 40 days. Because when Father Abraham went to before God, he had to do 40 days. He had to do 40 days before he went before God. And when he got there, he had to recite, Joel, our holy angel, taught us how to recite the Song of Peace. And so we recite the Song of Peace for 40 days. That's what we're doing. All right. Just telling you what we're doing, and we know why we are doing it. Because in doing that, we keep both of them. We keep it all. We keep it all. We keep it when Father Noah did it. We keep it when Father Abraham did it. We keep it when Father Moses did it. And of course, we keep it when we've already done it, Lord God, when that's Passover. So we're doing that, man. That's what we're supposed to do. These laws and statutes, what? Throughout eternity, from generation to generation. So that's what we're doing. All right, let's continue. I'm just telling you. All right, we'll continue each in the future world, and all holy days will cease to be. So a day of atonement will always be. The day of atonement is not only a remnants of the day on which God will reconcile to Israel and forgive their sins. So remember, that's why we're doing this. We just didn't finish doing that on 7 weeks. But it's also the day on which Israel finally received the Torah. For after Moses spent 40 days in prayer, we're doing 40 days in prayer, just like our father Abraham did, and Moses did. And God finally forgave Israel for their sins and began to reproach himself for having broken the tablets of the law, saying, Israel asked me to intercede for them before God, but who will on account of my sin intercede before God for my sin? And God said to him, grieve not, for the loss of the first 2 tablets was contained only 10 commandments. But the second tablet I'll now give you shall contain the hadst, the mayest, and the hadst. At the new moon on the month of Elul, Moses had the trumpet sound throughout the camp, announcing to the people. So that's going right again. Elul start in August, the new moon in August. The new moon in August don't start till the 27th. Till the 27th. That's the new moon in August. So let's start. No. Now we're not doing that one. We're gonna run into both anyway. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 days. Okay. That's 10 days. Right, but if you're going for the new moon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We go, no, I ain't got to count that because you're going from new moon to new moon. From new moon, that's what he told you. He said, the new moon of Elul, Moses had the trumpet sound throughout the camp, announcing the people that he would be moved, taking himself to God for 40 days, receive the second tablet from him, so they might not be alone by his absence. He stayed in heaven until the 10th day of Teshuvah. The 10th day of Teshuvah. So what is the 10th day of Teshuvah? What is it? The 10th day of Teshuvah. Post that in the chat or Yireh know also. All y'all should know. The 10th day of Teshuvah. Feast of Tabernacles. Man, come on. The 10th day of Teshuvah starts after the 26th. All right, 27 is 1. 28 is 2. 29, 3. 34. The first 5. The second 6, 7, 8, 9. The 6th, or Yom Kippur, it falls on the 5th or the 6th. So Yom Kippur. That's the 10th day. Yom Kippur. All right, so we're doing that. That's when it falls. Just telling you. All right. That adds what? 10 more days. No, the Yom Kippur start on the 4th. Fifth, sixth, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have from the 5th, no work on Yom Kippur. All right. 10 days, 8 days, huh? 8 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I got something wrong here. That might not be it. No, that's not it. That's Yom Kippur. No, that's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. The other one start on the 10th day or the 9th day. The full moon start on the 9th day. The full moon starts on the 9th day of October. That is, no, that is Shiva, October. Well, each month is different. Each new moon is different. Because Teshra is the new moon from September to October new moon. October new moon don't start till the 25th. That's when October new moon starts. The 25th. Right. So you gotta go 10 days. The 10th, the 9th of September, I'm gonna have to look at it again. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th day is the 16th. The last quarter is 17. I don't get it for y'all. The new moon, I know it's on the 25th. I got that one. No, we gonna see. No, anyway. 40 days, 40 days start on the 16th. That's when our 40 days start on the 16th. As he told us, 8/16. That's when our 40 days start. I'm talking about what God said, not what the man said. So that day might not be, that day might be along by his absence, stayed in heaven to the 10th day of Tishra. Right, the 10th day of Tishra is, I just told you, 10th day of Tishra don't start till September the 25th. That's when it starts. Tishra don't start till September the 25th. And so 10 days after the 25th is, well, you can't do the new moon. All right. Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur. That's when the 10th day is. Yom Kippur. So y'all, we can do that. Right. So we can do that. That's just do it, man. Just don't question, just do it. All right. Let's just do it. Yeah, just do it. All right. No, because Eli, well, I hope Eli been studying the because that's what he got to, that's what God gave him that sword for him to use when he go back to the Seventh-day Adventist church. He's gonna use that on. He got it now. All right. Anyway. No, I'm just, that's the holidays that we have to do, those holidays. Those are feast days 3 times a year. And we've gone before. So now I'm trying to get y'all to prayer, how the prayer goes. The 13 attributes don't start till, no, the 13 attributes don't start till, just been reading them. The 13 attributes. No, because let me see. The 13 attributes. Right. We're doing 13 attributes until the 10th day. Till the 10th day. That's when we're doing the 13 attributes on the 10th day of Tashra. Moses, he stayed until the 10th day of Tashriah, in which he returned with the Torah and delivered to Israel. Right, we'll tell you when we're supposed to start. Everything tell you when you're supposed to start. Everything tells you when you're supposed to start. It was the seventh time he appeared on earth. He said, no, see, let me tell you when he did it. That's the 40 days at the beginning of the 40 days. Right. Of Elu, where we're going at now. We started on Elu. Anyway. For 40 days, you gotta recite the Song of Peace. 40 days, you gotta recite the Song of Peace. So what y'all want to how y'all want to recite the Song of Peace? We got a few minutes. How do y'all want to recite the Song of Peace? Well, remember when we did the 18th benediction. The 18th benediction. No, because y'all can have company. Only can be two. Because remember, they only had two people. You had the holy angel. Well, you had two angels. You had man is a certain type of angel. So you had Joel, the angel that's on in heaven. Then you had man, the angel on earth. So you had two people. Two people. One, so you can have two people. Doesn't make a difference what one said first, so it's like the 18th benediction. That's how we're going to do it. When you come on, well, you can have, because you might have one that's doing the 40, you might have one, you might have one that's doing both of the 40s. Then you might have one only doing one of the 40. So you might have one that's doing the covenant sacrifice. Well, both of them are covenant. Well, those who doing the faith 40, you might have one that's doing the faith 40. You might have one only doing the prayer. So I guess you can have the one that's doing the prayer, God only doing the prayer, and have the one that's doing the other 40. It's simple. It's very simple. Right. So if you have Adonijah and Eli, Belshazzar, Asa, me, and the Yehuda, and just can do it like that. You always have one and the other, one and the other, one and the other. And do that till we get to the 10 days. The 10 days is Adonijah. No. We're going to make that specifically the 10 days for Adonijah. So when we get to the 10 days and doing the 13 attributes. Yeah, when we get to the 10 days, we do the 13 attributes. We'll see. We'll make that for her. About that time, she should be so holy and righteous by that time. Hopefully, she'll be so holy and righteous by that time that we won't have no problem with it. All right. We doing it. Oh no, we doing it. Let me see. 2. Gonna be 2. Not the 13 attributes. We're gonna do the 13 attributes till it comes to the 10 days. Yeah, you're gonna do the 13 attributes till it comes to the 10 days. That's when we do the 13 attributes. But for the 40 days on the 16th, we're doing the Song of Peace. This is found in this book right here. The Song of Peace is in this book. The papas of Abraham have the Song of Peace. And when the holy angel And the holy angel came and got before the Abraham, and for the Abraham went 40 days with the holy angel. Went 40 days with the holy angel, and a song of peace. That's what he did. Yeah. Two people. Two people, man. Come on, bro. Because one can, no, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing it like I done last time. No. No, I'm not doing it like I done last time. No, I'm not doing it like that. Mm-mm. You can easily have simple, say adagio, one post and one said. Or, yeah, both y'all, one post, one said. It's a simple song. That song don't last that long. This song that's not like the 40-day prayer we just came out. Man, that song is that song don't last that long, bro. Turn the mighty holy hell, God on supreme. Thou wilt self-illuminate, incorruptible spotless, self-illuminate. Man, that song does not last that long. Right, they can easily one post, one said. Say, I can't wait to start this party. Also, question when if we add the song of peace, should we put in the front of your prayer? No, all in the song of peace gonna be they ain't gonna have nothing else. We're gonna do it like we've done all the rest of them. Well, we throwing that on, we're not gonna post everything else because we're only gonna post the song of peace. The 50 days, no, that's over with. We're just gonna post the song of peace. That's it. One post, one said. Because both of y'all gonna be saying it at the same time, really. Just one of them gonna post it. And then they say it. If we go wrong, we have all our backup plan. We start out on YouTube. Kick us off YouTube, we go to Facebook. Right. So we just know it's a song of peace, man. We don't even have to go on YouTube at all. We can just go straight to Facebook. And just we can post the whole thing at one time on Facebook. You can post the whole song at one time. Somebody get up there, mic and all the output, you just post the whole song, and that's it. You ain't got no too many days to practice because it starts Tuesday. You say once Tuesday. Start Tuesday. Well, let me see. The day Thursday, man. I ain't got no short day. Let's see. Let's see then. No, let me see. I don't see how we can do it. That's 4th, man. No, I want to see. I want to see how we gonna do it. It's the song of peace. No, I want to see how we can do it. So let's go song of peace. All right. All right. Recite without ceasing. So let me see if we can do it. No, because say both of them recited it. They say both on the side. I would say both on the side. That's how we can do this. I don't see how it's gonna work out. Man, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot there. Let's see. That's a lot. I won't say how it's gonna work out. Let me say how it's gonna work out. Let me see. Yeah, both said it. The angel said it and for the yeah, both of them said it. I just want to say, oh look, because we can easily go to Facebook and post it all at one time. No, we're not trying to make it complicated. We're trying to make it less complicated. Yeah, we're trying to make it less complicated. Yeah, we're trying to make it less complicated as possible. Let's see. Now we're gonna have to go to Facebook and think on this one. I mean, it depends on if y'all think y'all can do it. I mean, it's not gonna be a big deal. It's not like because once you do it one time or twice, you're gonna have it down. Yeah, in a corruptible age. No, y'all make the call. Ain't nobody saying nothing. No, it's not like it used to be. Y'all know now. Y'all know just as I know, well as I know. Y'all haven't dreamed the vision just as well as I haven't dreamed the vision. So y'all can make a call. Y'all can see if you're gonna stay or we gonna go. Y'all can make that call. You can make that call. All right. Uh-oh. Let me see what I got. Have you said, oh no? What mean oh no, Donna? Post what oh no mean, because we need to know it now. Because we can go to Facebook and copy it all one time and put it up there. You can do like you're doing it now. Yeah, break it up in sections because remember, both people are saying it. Both of y'all got to see it. Now, that prayer is easy. It's a very easy prayer. Very easy. No Facebook. She said no Facebook. All right. All right. No Facebook. We might have to go. Well, let's see then. Who want to post it? Do it now. Somebody do it now. Yeah, who's gonna post it now? Take your time and post it. I don't care whoever who wants to post it now just to see. Y'all need to see how it's gonna be. I might not post none of it. I might just be one of the readers. Yeah, I just might be one of the readers. Come on, who gonna post it now? Y'all got a few minutes. Come on, who gonna post it now? I'm waiting. All right, there you go. All right, post it all, Jerry. Let's see how it's gonna go down. Let's see. Keep going, Jerry. Don't worry about the food. I did not kill it. I only told God to dull his eyes, dull his hearing, and to dull his eyes, dull his hearing. It was three curses, but it wasn't a killing. So don't worry about that. Yeah. Well, it's gonna take root. Y'all just keep going like y'all going. He died as God and killed him, not me. All right. I just asked him to blind, dull his eyesight, dull his hearing, dull his speech. So that's why I asked God. We have to wait and see. Be patient. God might want to kill it. But this is for God. This is for all Israel, and this is for God. So, right. Go ahead, Jared. Do it all. Oh, that's it. It's not bad. Well, it's not bad, Jared. No, it's not bad. It's not too bad. No, don't worry about all the rest. I'm just saying, it's not too bad. Right. Uh-uh. You broke it up real good. Yeah, you broke it up real good. God and the righteous. Yeah. I didn't do mine like that. The corrupt age was doing and shining the morning upon that preacher, so that it become a day upon the earth. And then thou help me dwell in places there's no need of any other light. Other than that, of unspeakable splendor. Okay, that's a lot you can do. Because like the ones earlier, yeah, the one earlier, like you know, likewise also, well, which we don't know, but you could eliminate that fully Russian. You could eliminate that full. Now you could place to say likewise also eliminate that full, eliminate that three. And that will come out pretty good. Just take the time and do it. Once we well, I have mine packed to the T. That's why I know, because I already memorized it, and I already know how it goes. So that's why if you have connected, it won't bother me. But I'm saying until they learn it, like take out that two, take out the other two, then you can yeah, you can separate unspeakable splendor and take the time and do it. No, you did it perfectly, really. Yeah, I'm just saying so you won't be you won't have no conjunctions. run-ons and all that. You just take your time. They get it right. Once you get your partner, yeah. And once you get somebody to go along with you, man, that thing gonna go by so fast. That thing gonna go by so fast. Yeah, the 40 days gonna go by. No, just like all the other 40 days. Because when you first start out, you think it's hard. And then by the time you get in the second week, by the time you get in the second week, going the third week, man, you're gonna see the benefit from it. Oh, gonna do more than see the benefit, you're gonna feel the benefits of it also. But this one is different. No, bro. You talk about being a Nazarite, you finish this. When you finish this, you're gonna feel and see that you truly is a Nazarite. Yeah, when you finish doing this 40 days, no, not this one. This one here, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel it and know it for sure. No, you conquer everything. When you do this 40 days, this 40 days, you conquer it all. Tell you from experience, bro. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. It's just that it's 40 days. Just like I told y'all about the last one. It's not hard. Just remember it's 40 days. Just remember that it's 40 days. No. I told you I was hooked on a lot of stuff. You know, because you be hooked on certain type of foods and eating certain type of stuff, and it might not be no good for you. You might have a problem with it, right? So when you do the 40 days, I'm talking about those who know who learn the mystery. So when you do the 40 days, all that passes away, bro. Everything. You be like, man, I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. Anyway, come on. Let's go. No, because God got something for y'all. And like, because we know it's of God, anytime He gave me the exact date when to start, 8/16, this is when I want you to start. He gave me the exact date, you know it's of God. Man, it's of God. So God has what He want to do. No, you gotta be patient. Just be patient. I think after we finish the cemetery, we're going back to the book of Enoch. Because we have to learn so much when we go to the book of Enoch, man. We probably know everything about all the allegories, what everything means in the book of Enoch. I think that's where we're going back at. I gotta see. I think we're going back after we finish the cemetery. I think we're going back in the book of Enoch. Huh? Yeah, well, we going. No, all y'all got your private books or your own books that God has sent y'all to. So y'all have those books. Yeah. This no, may the Lord God bless the mighty man of valor, Belshazzar. May the Lord God bless the mighty man of valor, Yireh. May the Lord God bless the mighty man of valor, Asa. May the Lord God bless the mighty man of Yehuda. May the Lord God bless the mighty man of Jasiel. May the Lord God bless the mighty man of Elijah. May the Lord God bless the mighty man of Eli. Mighty woman of valor, Adonijah. May the Lord God bless the mighty woman of valor, Adonijah. No, but I told you I had a dream. Well, no, I told you all that dream. Let me see. Because it could be two people. Because just like when he said that how that no, that man not gonna have a woman on the side, needs to be for him. But that man over there, Dr. Harara, the one who tell him all the foolishness, He got a man on his side. Yeah. So it might be one of those type of things. I don't know, because that came to me today. The Dr. Harara, he does not have a man. I mean, a woman on his side, he has a man on his side. So that would say, no, far back to Donald Trump. Because, no, it might be a briar. So I see, I saw him lying down on the bed, Donald Trump, and he had 4 men. It might be a briar. Donald Trump with 4 men was speaking. I was lying down and said, you look of no, look of wait a minute. God, that ruled out now. I can't see it now. Or I said, you look different. I said, you look different to a friend. I was there, and I said, and I was lying watching, I guess, or watching jokes. I said, no, I saw Donald Trump with 4 men and was speaking. And I was lying down, I said, man, I said, you look different. And I was saying that to a friend. He said that I look like 35 Trump come down, and my friend left with him. And I was lying down still. It could be 4 men. It could be 4 men. Now, when I'm looking at it, now, no. Well, we'll see. You know it's gonna come to pass. No, because Jaziel saw assassination. I told you Jaziel saw assassination. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. He saw assassination. We're gonna see. No, because like I tell y'all, your dreams and vision, everything needs something in your dream and vision. Try to no, because just like yesterday when I told you about the sapphire spirit, the sapphire sword that Eli got. And then today, the Lord God revealed it to me, it was the Torah. That He's going to cut them people with the Torah, with the law. And so He showed me that. And then Jaziel dreamed 45 days, and he showed me about when he told us to stock up food, to stock up water, and toilet paper. Now that is going to come to pass within the 40, other 45 days. The chastisement is coming to pass. Because He told you it's going to be, He told you how it's going to be, how we were already posted. I told y'all. Yeah. Oh, and man, no, there's something else like it just came. No, there's something. No, I told you it's gonna be unlosable cold, but no, I think they had oh man, I want to remember that thing so bad. No, you haven't brought it back. Because it might have been war in America. Yeah, the war might have started in America. I don't know. I can't remember it. I can't remember it. But He'll bring it back. I've been praying all day for Him to bring it back. So I might have another dream of it. No, I'm going to be like I'm supposed to be. I ain't calling nobody. So if you're looking for me to call, you better call early. Right, I'm about to get off now. So do the calls now. All right. Come on, Belder Shazam. No, because I want this. I want to remember that. So remember the 45 days kicked off. So you got 45 days. If you haven't stocked up on your water, your food, and everything, I suggest you do it. Yeah, I suggest you do it. And I got a lot of people. Well, I had one more. No, because the other part of Jaziel's dream, but I got to go on the errand. So God was showing me that He's not going to renew. He's not going to renew the radio station. Not now, anyway. Now He might bring it back later, but not right now. Because usually during the summertime, I usually go on the errand through summertime, but this something different. I don't know. I don't care what it is. I don't, because you provide my every need. No, man. No, just like y'all gonna be going around healing and doing all that. Yeah. That's no. Jerry, you already had that dream and vision. Yeah, where you gonna be, they're gonna be following you because of the things that you're gonna be doing. We already had that dream and vision, right? You know all the healing and everything that you're gonna be doing and stuff that you're gonna be doing. They're gonna be following you. So you had that dream and vision. Yeah, because when during the famine, no, during the famine, how Elijah had water, he had bread, he had food. Elisha the same way. During the famine, he had everything also. Water, bread, and food. Then what Lord God told us about this famine. Because he told us, said, when the other nations don't eat, my people gonna eat. When the other people dying of thirst or lack of water, my people gonna have water. So he already told us that. All right. No, because remember, those who say they are Christian gotta go through a tribulation. Might be stacking up for them. All right. Well, we know whatever it is, we're gonna have it in 45 days. That's probably not. All right. Come on, why y'all shout on them on posts? On posts, bro. Yeah. Now over there. Well, you falling for the post of Yeshua. All right. No, when them people know that you are of God, man, them people gonna be doing everything for y'all. Because Lord God gave me a dream of vision a long time ago about when the famine, because when the famine come in the land, we gonna have how we knew the famine was in the land, because they had an excess of honey and bread. So when I went in the storehouse during the famine, they had honey and bread and milk. So they had that during the famine time. And then, I told you the other day, they had cabbage and pickle meat in the box. I had cabbage in the bag. And the roaches got in that bag, cockroaches got in that bag, and they ate all that cabbage up. And so when I opened up the bag, I didn't have nothing. And I thought I had left it at the storehouse. So now I'm not worried about it. Because God made promises. And can God lie? Can't lie. Yeah. Anyway, then you'd be surprised. When you do the 40 days, you'll know. Yeah. Come on. Oh, he already imposed my fault. The eternal bless thee and keep thee. Eternal make his face to shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Eternal lift up his kindness upon thee and give thee peace. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. This is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. It is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. I am Elijah. Until next time.